Guys, it is so good to see everybody here. So good to see you. I see everybody here already. Anthony, Wenham, Jason. Good to see everybody. I know I'm a little late here, but we're still just in time because the show is just getting started. Yes, we can see right now Rich Swann having some good time. Not only did he have a very hard-fought battle, which he won, but you know what? The show is actually going pretty well. And off to a good start, as Jason says right here. Rich Swann is wrestling, and now he's dancing to the song all night long. What a wild show. One match in, this is much different and amazingly awesome. Rich Swann is warning of the crowd. Wow, thank you for that, Jason. Thank you for letting me know. And I can watch it right now. Rich Swann seems like he's having a good time. Leaving the ring as we speak, but definitely has the crowd excited, has the crowd ready for the rest of the show. Let's see how this one goes on, guys. But I am excited for it. And just like you said, you know, it seems like the vibe, the atmosphere in the building, the atmosphere in the house is pretty positive. The fans are into it. The commentators seem ready. We're ready. I think we're in for a great show tonight. A great show at all. And the K9 says, can't see you. You can't see me? Is that true? You can't see me? Why can't you see me? Can you guys see me? Let me know if you can. Because if you can't, that's not the thing. But let me know if you can't see me, because that's how we want it, right? That's how we want it. Alright, so it's an independent show, you know, and I think I'm the only one. We're the only ones doing a watch-along for this show, which is fantastic. Let's see how many people tune in. Let's see how many people are watching. And the fans are booing whoever's coming out next. The fans are booing them pretty loud. Now you can. There you go, K9. That's it. I'm not John Cena anymore. You know, I was John Cena for a minute, but no longer. I don't know what I liked better, though. But, alright. Let's see. Who is it coming out right now? You know, for an independent show, they really have stuff going on. Look at those LED screens. I see not one, not two, but 3 LED screens being used right now. I see all those lights. The spotlights are pretty damn good. They're airing on Fight TV. For an independent show, this is actually very, very well produced, without a doubt. This is good. I see you just fine. Thank you for that, Jason. Thank you for that, brother. Dudley versus Brian Cage. I know, man. I'm looking forward to that one. Alright, so what we're seeing right now is an open challenge from what I understand. And we love open challenges, don't we? We love open challenges. Gary is here. Good evening. Have I missed much, Gary? You haven't, because I was late to the party too. So for the first time in years, I was late to the party. And we had a little triple threat with Rich Swann. And Rich Swann wrestled, and then he danced. And now Rich Swann's gone. And now at our hands we have an open challenge. And we'll see how that goes. It's a Legends Open Challenge from what I understand. But nobody's shown up yet. We heard some entrance music be played. Nobody's shown up. Not the challenger. Nobody. Wait a second. The lights have gone out. The lights gone out, and we're hearing some music once again. Could it be Bray Wyatt coming out? Could it be somebody else? Wait. The lights have gone out. It's interesting. Are they using the same arena as Impact Wrestling? Because, wow, it looks very similar, the whole setup. Dark STG. So I'm looking at the show. I'm looking at the stage, the Tron, and it says Dark STG. Whoever's making their way down right now, they look pretty fine. They look pretty scary. Rowan? K9, you think it's Rowan? No way it's Rowan, right? They're making their way down the ramp right now, down the ramp. They look pretty dominating, pretty scary. I wouldn't want to be in the ring against them. Because look at them, guys, wow. And again, this show, for an indie show, it's very, very well produced. Look at those lights, the smoke. Really, how much did it charge for the tickets? Because they gotta charge a lot of money, at least $50 each. For you know, a production like that. This is pretty sweet. Really cool. Yeah, this is just the second match on the card, and already looks like a main event. That's right, Jason. I am ready. This looks cool. Who is this person? Is that Cody Rhodes? Oh dear. Who is this guy? What the hell? Wow, I don't know. Behind the face paint, I thought it was Cody Rhodes for a second. I'm not even trolling you guys right now. Behind the face paint, I thought, the hairstyle, the structure of the face, I thought, is that Cody? Or maybe I'm just seeing things right now because WrestleMania is around the corner and I really want to see Cody Rhodes. Maybe I'm just seeing things. But I thought that was Cody Rhodes for a split second there. And look at that. We got the surprise guy. I still don't know who that is. I'm still not sure who that was with the whole face paint, the stinger-like paint, and now we're seeing Eugene coming out and the fans look happy. I don't know how is Eugene so happy and so happy-go-lucky as he makes his way right now to the ring, because I would be scared and I probably wouldn't even make my way to the ring. This is scary. Who is this guy in the ring right now? And he's also got a stooge next to him. Anything can happen. And Chris, good to see you, brother. You're here. I'm here. We're watching the show Battleground Championship Wrestling when worlds collide. Let's see how this one goes down, brother. And this, guys, if you want to, say thanks to me for doing the show, you got to say thanks to Chris because he's the one who recommended me to do the show. So, Chris, thank you for that, brother. Good stuff. It's Steve Gigby. Okay, K9. There you go. All right. Let's see what Gigby is all about. Let's see how this match turns out, because I'm not too familiar with this guy. It's the first time I'm going to be watching him perform, but by the looks of it, I'm just looking at him right now, and wow, this guy looks special, right? He's built different. I mean, looking at him, he's got the looks, right? If you look at the back, you look at the face paint, it really reminds you of Finn Balor. But if you look at the body, it kind of reminds me of trying to think, Slapjack, or maybe somebody else. I can't recall the name of that guy from Retribution. Really cool, really cool. I think he's built better than most of the other guys. A bigger body, intimidating look. The face paint's on point. I think this match could be good. Let's see how it all turns out. But it's interesting for sure. And Chris says that I saw your video for Shad. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for that. And just like I said earlier, the interview with Shad Gaspard is coming out very, very soon. You guys have been asking for the interview. The last ever interview that Shad ever recorded and was done live on Instagram, that interview is coming to the channel, and you're going to be, listening to Shad and all the things that he had to say. This interview was just recorded a week or maybe 2 weeks prior to his unfortunate passing. And that interview is coming out very soon on the channel. I can't wait for you all to see it. By the way, tomorrow, we've got a very, very big interview coming out. And I have to give you guys a little bit of hint. I have to say, Pain is coming to the channel, because tomorrow it's going to be all about the pain. It's going to hit different. It's going to be maybe one, maybe two guys coming to the channel at the same time, but it's going to be all about the pain tomorrow on this very channel, as we are going to have a very exclusive interview, very exclusive guest on the show. It's going to be big. And Clay, I see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I thank you, Chris and AJ, for doing the show. No, Jason, you don't have to thank me, brother. We're a family here. It's a pleasure to do these shows. And what is going on here? Gibkey is running the ropes. What is going on here? I'm not too sure what's going on. This guy is checking on his stooge. So while Gibkey was running the ropes, this guy goes ringside and he's checking on his... I don't know, he's doing a pat-down check on the guy, checking his shoes, checking his clothes. I don't know what he's doing. He's not TSA. He's not airport security. What is he doing down there? I'm not too sure. Anyways, the interesting part about this that I just realized is that there's no mat ringside. There's no mat, which means any move that they pull off ringside is just going to hit so much harder, which is, wow, all right, we'll see. Wow, this is interesting. And Bobby, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And Chris says, it's the authors of pain. And you know what, guys? The authors of pain are coming to Wrestling News tomorrow. It's true. The authors of pain are coming to Wrestling News, and they're gonna be here. They're be sitting down with me for an exclusive interview. They're gonna be talking all about their WWE departure, getting some weight off their shoulder, shooting on some stars, talking about Liv Morgan, about a few other divas, talking about a lot of stuff, their past, their present, their future. So make sure to tune in, because Authors of Pain are tuning in tomorrow. They're going to be live right here on Wrestling News for a very exclusive interview. You can't miss out on that one. You cannot miss out on that one, and that's for sure. SCW's greatest heel, watch out for the... I see that. I see. Yeah, this looks good. Definitely looks good. Gipkey, I'm watching him for the first time tonight, but so far, looking so good. Look at this guy. Look at him. And Eugene is trying to resist, trying to land those punches on the gut of Gipkey, but you know what? It's of no use. This guy is unmoved, unfazed, undazed. I don't know what kind of supernatural power he's got, but it looks like he's got all of them. he looks like a different beast, a different animal altogether. And getting Eugene up. If your name's Eugene, don't ever get in a wrestling ring. Or if your name's Eugene, don't ever get in a wrestling ring with a guy like Gipkey. Look at this guy dominating Eugene as we speak. But Eugene also, a big heart, big everything, with those hard hits to the gut. Gipkey is actually moved right now. Are you kidding me? Just when I was selling Gipkey as the most dominant guy ever, Eugene kind of turns the table around with those hard hits to the gut and now to the face. Gipkey is a little bit moved. And, wow, a big kick to the chest of Gipkey. Gipkey goes for a spear, a very lousy one right there. That was weird. That was the lousiest spear I've ever seen. That was hard, but not too hard. He hits it somehow, and, he gets Eugene down and out for the 3 count. Hey, I think I have a lot of love for Gipkey right now. This is the guy that I'm going to be looking out for. Definitely, because he's got the looks, he's got everything, the charisma, everything about him. Even he's got his own little manager. Look at that. That is sweet. But the spear, or the finisher, wasn't the greatest. I don't know what's going on here. Some post-match rituals. They place a black rose on the top of their opponent, his chest. The guy is crying out in pain, and with that being said, his arm has been raised up in victory. That is sweet. The funniest part is the referee raises his arm up, and he runs out of the ring. This is interesting, guys. This is why I love doing these watchalongs, because as I say, I learned so much about these shows and these wrestlers with you guys that I would never do myself, because you guys are awesome, and watching these shows with you, it's such a pleasure. The referee raises Gipkey's arm up, and then runs out of the ring because he's so scared to death. Look at that. My guess is you are interviewing one of the authors of pain. Bobby, you are right, but I'm not interviewing one of the authors of pain. I'm interviewing both of them. Both of them are going to be joining me on the Wrassingh show for an exclusive interview. It's going to be big. Authors of Pain, live, they're going to be here talking about, their past, the WWE run, how they got fired, why they got released, why they left, how they're doing right now, what do they have in the future, what future companies are they aiming for, or if they'll ever wrestle again. All those questions are going to be answered right there. And I see that old school rules. Love old school. Michael King, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Gary says, if Cody Rhodes were to show up tonight, would that mean he's still a free agent? Yeah, I guess so, because no way WWE would let him. You know what? You've got so much steam right now. You got so much steam. Everybody's talking about you. The worlds want to see you. Why don't you take all that steam and show up on an indie show? So WWE, I don't think they would ever allow him to do that. So I guess if he shows up tonight, or any night, he's got to be a free agent. Or he's got to be out of his mind. Because right now, everybody wants him in WWE. Just saw the description. I made a blooper. Matthews, not Cage. Yeah. That's right.
Stephen the Angelus presiding.
That's okay. We love bloopers, don't we? By the way, Alec Odin versus Wrecking Ball is up next. And you know what? Alec Odin, when I look at him, every time I look at him, I think, is that Brian Cage? They got these two built so similarly. I mean, everything. I would love to see a match between these two, Brian Cage and Alec. I think that'd be a good match. US Fanboy, awesome. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Teddy's Quest, good to see you. Welcome on board. It's so good to see everybody here. And Chris says, I was right on my guess. There you go, Chris. And I was not happy when you couldn't guess it, and that's why I was like, you know what, I can keep it a surprise from everybody, but not from, you guys, the family. I can't do it. And that's why, I went against my own ideas. I thought I'd keep it a surprise until the very end, but I couldn't keep it a surprise from you guys. So, we're a family. So all of us here, there's no surprises here, no secrets here. And there you go, Too Sweet Pistol Pete is here. Good to see you, brother. We're watching Battleground Championship Wrestling, and we're watching When Worlds Collide. That's a very big name for a pay-per-view and a promotion, so it's interesting. But tune in because this is so fun so far. What is going on here? This guy gives the finger to the fans in the audience. Look at that. That's not a very good look, man. That's right, K9, Authors of Pain, tomorrow, live right here. Andy is here. Andy, welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome to the stream. We are having a lot of fun. We saw a triple threat match featuring Rich Swann early on, which Rich Swann won, and then we had a dance-off with Rich. He was dancing around. He was making the fans dance. Everything else was good. People had fun. And then following that, we had another pretty interesting, pretty good match, and that match was between Eugene and a guy with the face paint, a big guy. His name is Gipke. Really cool match. Gipke won it, and then they placed a black rose on the top of the chest of Eugene, and they left the ring. That was pretty interesting. Right now, we're seeing Alec in action and the Wrecking Ball in action. Look at Wrecking Ball. Yeah, who wouldn't like to see a Wrecking Ball in action? This has got to be a good one for sure. And Andy, I don't know if you were here when I announced it, but the Authors of Pain are going to be making an appearance. Not just an appearance, but they're going to be joining me for an exclusive interview tomorrow. They're going to be sitting down for an exclusive talk. I mean, stuff that you've never heard before, you're going to hear from them tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. Make sure to tune in because they are joining us on the Wrasslinews show. They're on the Wrassing show. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. And Bobby says, AJ, today I watched NWA USA. Great match between Homicide and Doug Williams for Junior Heavyweight. I know, Bobby, I also tuned in. It seemed like a pretty good show. And that is why I must tell you that starting next week, we're covering NWA Wrestling. We're covering NWA. We're going to be watching the shows together, and we're not letting even one NWA show pass by without watching it together. Look at Alec, by the way. This guy, oh my gosh, I tell you, such a bully, such a bully. Look at that. He picks up Wrecking Ball while Wrecking Ball was still making his entrance, showing off to the crowd while standing in the middle rope. And Alec picks him up, gets him on top of his shoulders, and slams him down hard. And look at the referee, by the way. The referee is not here to take any crap. He's a big guy, and he's a veteran, it seems. He's got a big beard, and he says, you know what? You head backstage if you want to do this crap. And, Alex somehow convinces him to ring the bell, and the bell's rung. He rung it actually even before Wrecking Ball getting up to his feet. And Alec obviously has all the momentum on his side as we speak right now. And K9 says, when you said Battleground, I thought of, I'll tell you, K9. I mean, look up the show. Look up When Worlds Collide, and it gives you the search result for WWE When Worlds Collide. If you look at Battleground, it gives you the search result for WWE Battleground. That is right. It's confusing. I agree. Akam and Razor, the first ever Arabic tag team champions. No. We're going to be clearing out this misconception too tomorrow. It's going to be cleared out because a lot of people think they're the first ever Arabic tag team champions, and there's a reason behind it. The WWE wanted them to be presented in that manner. It's gonna be revealed tomorrow that they're not actually Arab. So we're gonna get to all the stories. That's right, Andy AOP is gonna be here, and they've been silent for way too long, but they're coming up, and they're gonna be telling us everything, giving us all the updates on all these years, where they've been, what they're gonna be doing in the future. Bobby says, AJ, a big name, cut a promo on NWA USA. He's wrestling on April 2nd. Bobby, who's that big name? Let me know about it. I pick Odin, says Chris. There you go. I think I want to go with Odin too. Look at that. Alec, though, such a bully, this guy. Wrecking Ball, poor guy, hasn't even gotten a chance to get up to his feet. He's trying to make it. He looks angry. Alex Alec, I'm sorry, looks like a total bully, waiting for Wrecking Ball to get up before he can put him some more offense, and there you go. As soon as Wrecking Ball gets up, Alec with a big kick to the gut, and with a big clothesline, Wrecking Ball goes down again. This is not looking good. A very one-sided match so far. And Bobby, I look forward to it. Who is that big name? Let me know. Michael says, what is the main event? Can't see the pay-per-view. It's going to be a great night. We've got so many matches, and every single match, it seems like the pay-per-view. We recently saw this match between Batkin, and that almost seemed like the pay-per-view. I mean, the main event itself, so good. But the pay-per-view, the main event of the show is going to be Brian Cage versus Buddy Matthews. So it's going to be a very, very good main event for sure. Also, we have Lady Frost, who's going to be taking on Mariah May. Now, Mariah May is somewhat green. She's not the best pro wrestler out there. She's working her way up. She's getting popular on the indies, though. She's definitely getting some fans on the indies. So Lady Frost is going to be here on the show, which is pretty damn good. We'll see how that goes. But we've also got Trax versus Super Leather. We've got, of course, AFA Junior versus Beastman. We have Ray Jazz versus a mystery opponent. We'll see who that's going to be. Casey Navarro versus Tony Nese, the hottest free agent in all of pro wrestling, who is not a free agent anymore, but he's still hot, and he's going to be here in action tonight. And then we've got Atsushi Onita versus Bully Ray also taking place. So a good few, 8 to 9 matches. I believe we have 7 more matches to go. And with that being said, Alec is still dominating this one. So far, he is really looking strong. Because we know, I'm not a fan because we know why is he looking strong, because he's cheated his way up to, where he is right now. Wrecking Ball, I feel sad for this guy. Let's see how it goes down. And let's see, what else do we have here? I was waiting for it to drop today. That's right, Chris. Saturdays is usually when the interviews drop. But, the request was made, and that's why the interview is coming out Sunday. Yeah, had to oblige. AJ breaking news. I heard Triple H was torn up the scripts for WrestleMania. And Triple H was asked Seth Rollins to report to Hot Quarters to meet with Triple H on Monday. Let's see. So from what we have heard, and it's a part of the storyline, is that Seth Rollins needs to report to the headquarters on Monday morning to meet Vince McMahon. It's a part of the storyline. Now, about Triple H, I haven't heard that. I mean, maybe there's a rumor out there. I'm not too sure what the truth is, how true it is, because myself, I haven't really seen any legitimate reports on it so far. If I do see it in the future, I'm gonna be making a news story about it and talking about it and letting you know that it's true. But if I don't do it, then it's not true. As I said, we are here live and we're covering news round the clock. Every single big story out there, we're talking about it on this very channel. So you're not gonna miss out on a beat, guys. Good Red Swan won. That's right, he did. And by the way, I'm 2 for 0. That's right. Predictions. I forgot about predictions. Thank you, K9. Yes, we have to get in the predictions. Let's get the predictions ASAP. And, let's see who's actually coming out on top. Thank you, K9, for reminding me. Totally forgot about that. And Andy says, AOP, I was wondering about them. That's right. And look at that. I'm happy now because look at this. Justice prevails, and there you go. Wrecking Ball wins. Even though Alec, was such a bully from the very beginning, had been trying to get this whole match on his corner, on his side, he takes the L here, and Justice prevails, and we've got Wrecking Ball winning this thing, and as he should, because, poor guy was just bullied around since the very beginning, but he came out at the top at the very end, and good for him. Great stuff for him. And Andy says, yes, Homicide was good title defense against Douglas Williams. For sure. AJ, I'm looking forward to watching Caprice Coleman. Caprice Coleman's gonna be, that's awesome, brother. That is awesome. Andy says, that's going to be heck of a match with Brian Cage, but Brian Matthews, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Brian versus Brian, every time you've got 2 main eventers of the same damn name, main event a good show, it's gonna be a good show. So look forward to it. What time is the game stream tomorrow? Great question, Chris. First, we're going to be rolling out the actual interview. The actual interview is going to be coming out at 12 p.m. Eastern. And following the interview, thinking about 2 hours later, about 2 p.m. Eastern is when I'm looking for the game stream to be coming out. But I'll let you know. Usually the game stream game stream will be happening at 12 p.m. Eastern, usually on Sundays. But because of the interview, we'll have to push it maybe 2 hours forward because of the interview coming out on Sunday. It's a big interview, so we want the focus on it. And look at that! Wow. Poor guys. No signal from the venue, says Fight TV, waiting for incoming signal, and that's what happens with a lot of the independent shows. The signal kind of goes off sometimes, and there you go, we're back. We're back.
John Q.
Once again, the whole production for this show is really good for an independent show. Not only do they have the LEDs for the entrance, but they also have small LED panels surrounding the ring. They have those colored lights and whatnot. This is a really good show for an independent show. Look at this whole production. Impact doesn't have as good of a production as this show does. So really, I don't know where did they get this kind of money from, but this is cool. Cool stuff. Clay says, Agent, let me know when you interview Bailey. Absolutely. 100% I'll let you know. You'll be the first one to know, Clay. But tomorrow, it's going to be Authors of Pain. It's going to be all about the pain tomorrow because they are joining us on the Wrassing show at Wrasslinews. And it's going to be a fantastic interview. Over an hour long, by the way. About an hour long. It's going to be a great one. Can't wait for you all to see it. And Bobby says, AJ, I'm looking forward to watching more challenges. You know it. Challenges against Homicide, against Deanna Perrazzo. I mean, what a great time to be a wrestling fan since we have such great champions right now. And speaking of champions, we probably have a name for the unified titles. The unified titles are possibly gonna be called, and it's a very weird name, it's a long one, so bear with me. They're gonna be called the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. So when they combine these two championships, they are most likely gonna be calling it the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Let me know, how do you like this name? Because for me, I think it's way too long. And look at that. Speaking of champions, speaking of undisputed champions, look who's here. The guy who's not the undisputed champion, but he's pretty damn good. And he is Tony Nese, an all-elite superstar. Definitely has an attitude, definitely has an ego, a self-pride that we can see in him right in his face as he makes his way down to the ring. And wow, a very interesting part is that he's not all smiles. Like the earlier the Tony Khan we saw in WWE, he used to be all smiles, cheering, smiling, high flying and whatnot. But this Tony Khan is a different animal. He's more of an egomaniac. So I see some glimpses of an egomaniac in him, which is interesting. Look at that. And Chris says, AJ, question. Do you like this event more than GCW? Chris, we're just two matches into the show. But what I can say so far is that I love independent wrestling. I love it because every time we watch these shows, we see something new, right? We see a new production, a whole new perspective, a new kind of booking, and stars just trying their hardest to make it to the top, right? I mean, this guy right here who's wrestling Tony Nese tonight, it's probably the biggest match of his career. And you can see it. He looks kind of nervous, but he looks really ready to deliver this match. I think it's going to be a great match. Casey Navarro versus Tony Nese should be a good match. And I love indie wrestling. So let it be GCW, let it be this one. I love it. I have a great time. So thank you so much once again, guys and Chris, for suggesting me to do the show. And I want everybody here, Andy, I want Bobby, I want everybody, Gary, Jason, let me know if you want me to do any independent wrestling show out there anytime in the future. I'd be more than happy to do this because I love indie wrestling at the end of the day. And this show that we're watching right now, so good, so good. Alright, so it's prediction time right now. Who is winning this match? Is it gonna be Tony Nese, the egomaniac Tony Nese, or is it gonna be Casey Navarro? So who's gonna be winning this one? Let's see who is the underdog as we head into this match. So I'm gonna set a poll right now so we can vote on there. And Andy says, way too long. I agree with Tony Nese is really a good wrestler. He really is. I agree. He is a good wrestler. At the end of the day, he's got the in-ring skills to pull off any kind of attitude or ego that he has because he is a good wrestler. He's a gifted wrestler, without a shadow of a doubt. And look at that right now. Tony Nese is dominating this match. Casey Navarro feels it, and he's a little intimidated for sure. Yes, he retreats to the ringside. Look at the poor guy's face. Yeah, he's He looks nervous. He tells the cameraman, "Get out of my face." He said, "Okay, I'm alright." He's walking around, just tending to his shoulders, buying some more time, regaining his stamina, trying to think of a strategy, because this guy is nervous and he knows if he wants to outnumber and he wants to really dominate Tony Nese or dominate in the ring, he's got to do something different. He's got to bring his A game, and not just his A game, but his A plus game here in the ring. And Tony Nese, Casey Navarro, let's see what's gonna happen, because we're restarting this baby. Okay, and wow, just like when I thought they were going to lock in position, Tony Nese actually goes for the leg. He aims for the leg. He's got the leg in hold. He's trying to block into submission hold. Casey Navarro gets out, but no, and there you go. Tony Nese actually had a knee lock right in, but now Casey Navarro somehow able to reach the nose. He's got the knee, and he's got the neck, and he's got a brutal submission hold in position right now. Casey Navarro is struggling. He's struggling, but you know what? He turns it around, and he's got a sleeper. He's trying to get a sleeper hold in position. It's not going to work because Tony Nese is too damn powerful, too damn strong for Navarro. He gets up to his feet, and there you go. Grabs the arm, twists it around, and has... Wow, this is back and forth. Look at that. But you know what? At the end of the day, Tony Nese there with a big clothesline, and this guy is down. This is big. This match is good because we've got a really talented star in Tony Nese, and we've got a very hungry star in Casey Navarro. Casey Navarro doesn't want to give up. He wants to bring his A-plus game, as I said, and you can look at him really trying to bring his very best. It's a very strategic match because, as you can see, lots of reversals, lots of counters, lots of, trying to work around each of their moves to get right to the top. And Casey Navarro with a big chop to the chest of Tony Nese, and there you go. And bumps his head hard into the turnbuckle. Another big chop to the chest of Tony Nese. And Tony Nese, without a shadow of doubt, is in a lot of pain right now. And wow, look at that. Sweet stuff. Sweet stuff. Bobby says, I've got breaking news. Deonna Purrazzo is having her Champ Challenge this Thursday. Let's see who is it going to be. Bobby, you've got any predictions? Who is Deonna Purrazzo going to be taking on this Thursday? Let me know if you do. Chris says, same. I'm just glad you agreed to... Ow, Chris. You don't have to worry about it, brother. You asked me to do an event. How am I not going to do it? And look how much fun we're having right now. This is fantastic stuff. Andy says, I go with Tony Nese. I think that's a smart pick. But look at Casey. I mean, Casey Navarro really bringing his A game. And I don't know if he saw that, but he was going for a big clothesline on Tony Nese right there. And Tony Nese, I don't know how he worked against gravity, but he gets down, he gets back up, like as if he's got a spring, fixed in his spine or something. He doesn't have a spine, he has a spring in there. So flexible. Tony Khan, as you said, guys, he's a great wrestler, and he's got all the in-ring skills, all the talent to pull off all the ego that he can have. And there you go. Grabs Casey's head and slams it down hard into the turnbuckle, into the corner. And now with the big chop on the chest of Casey. Casey is down. This is not looking good right now for him. I picked Buddy Casey Navarro. There you go, Chris. I love that. Your Buddy Casey Navarro. Love it. And I think Tony Nese is going to go for another big chop. Is it going to happen? Is he going to be able to do it? And no, Casey somehow goes for the neck of Tony, and Tony is struggling as we speak. And Jonathan is here. Jonathan, big up AJ, big up everyone in the fan. Happy Saturday, folks. Jonathan, a very happy Saturday to you as well. A very happy weekend to everybody. We've made it all through the week. We've reached the weekend. Right now, we're watching this fantastic show going on right now. That is Battleground Championship Wrestling, when Worlds Collide pay-per-view. Happening right now, and a big super kick from Tony Nese to Casey, and we spoke about this last night. Super kicks everywhere. Everybody pulling off super kicks. And Tony Nese is having fun with those high fives to everybody sitting ringside. He looks happy. Casey looks very, very dazed. It's so interesting how the people, who were on Tony's side, Tony was high-fiving everybody, and they were like high-fiving him back. And Casey, the barricade, the people, behind Casey, actually they look like they were in support of Casey right there. So that is interesting. Sweet. This is great. The fans are totally into this match. I am into this match, and I know you are as well. This is a great match so far. And there you go. Tony is going to go for it again. He's going to go for a big, big chop once again. So many chops we're seeing. So many chops to the chest. This is interesting. And again, so guys, as I said, we have week long of programming, and even weekend we're not resting because we've got programming coming every single day of the week. This whole week we did watchalongs, we did news coverage and whatnot, and tomorrow, Sunday, since there's no official watchalong, tomorrow we're going all out because tomorrow we're gonna be having a big interview with the authors of pain dropping live tomorrow. Check it out, because if you want to know what the authors of pain have been up to, what have they've been all about, check out the interview and you're gonna get all of your questions answered right there. Authors of Pain are gonna be joining us tomorrow live right here at Wrasslinews, and we're gonna be debuting our new gaming stream, a gaming show that's gonna be coming up tomorrow. It's called Gaming with Wrassing, where we're gonna be playing some games and talking some wrestling, but for a few good hours. Playing the game that you guys pick, and we're gonna be doing it every Thursday and Sunday. Every Thursday, my Siri went on. That was interesting. Every Thursday, we play 2K22, and every Sunday, we play, the game that you pick. And you've picked Spider-Man to be the game that we take on first. So we're going to be taking on Spider-Man for the PS5, and we're going to be completing the game before we move to another one. And look at that. Tables have turned around during this whole banter. Tables have turned around, and right now, Tony Nese is actually on the receiving end of all the offense in the world. Casey Navarro somehow able to gain momentum right here, guys. This is sweet stuff. And he says, Casey Navarro wasn't prepared for Enzo on MLW. Enzo taught him a lesson. There you go. And if you guys get taught by Enzo Mori, it's a wake-up call. You really have to do something about it. Ricky, good to see you, brother. Welcome to the stream. We're watching an indie show tonight. We're watching Battleground When Worlds Collide. And Casey right there with a middle finger to the crowd. Casey, you gotta hold on to that, because the fans, some of them love you and some of them see you as an underdog. I see you as an underdog, so come on, be a little bit respectful. But Casey is dominating so far. Definitely he's doing great. He's got Tony Nese in position. Tony Nese is one of the best stars out there. So if you can get him to the level that he is right now, you are doing something right with your career. Tony Khan is down and he's out. He is struggling to get up, and Casey sees an opportunity to stay in control. And there you go with the sleeper hold locked in. And I can see Bobby here says that Deonna Purrazzo is having her Champ challenge this Thursday. Looking forward to it. And your prediction is it's going to be Willow Nightingale. And Willow Nightingale will pick the ROH. I think that's a very good prediction, Bobby. And sooner than later, she will have to say goodbye to the ROH title, because ROH has got to be in business very soon. Already picked up by Tony Khan. It has to happen. I think Britt Baker would be a great person to take the ROH title away from her, by the way. But considering that they're good friends, and how Deonna Purrazzo got on my show and she said that, we're never fighting against each other because we're friends, so might not happen. And actually, we might be seeing Willow show up tonight. So let's see. We'll see it. And there you go. Jonathan says, can't wait for the gaming show. Everyone smash the likes up. Thank you, Jonathan. Love that, brother. Love the support. You are awesome. And Ricky says, R.I.P. Taylor from the Foo Fighters. Wait a second. How did I miss this? No way. Are you kidding me right now? That's crazy. Wow, I see it right now. That is insane. Wow. Whoa. So, Taylor from the Foo Fighters has passed away at a very young age. That is insane, guys. The lead drummer for the band has passed away. That's insane. Wow. I just saw it right now. Crazy. Ricky, absolutely. R.I.P. Taylor, man. I mean, what a terrible news. I got goosebumps all over my body right now. Yeah, news like this is just wow, it takes something out of you, right? I mean, right now I'm totally dialed out of this because of that news. That's shocking. That is shocking. Look at that. Wow. I have much prayers out to Taylor and his family and his friends and the Foo Fighters. That is insane. That's insane. Yeah. And Chris says, Lady Luck versus Callie Ray tomorrow night. Tomorrow night? What show, Chris? What show is it? I have no idea. Okay, let me know. What show is that? And Johnny is here. Johnny, good to see you. And he says, I'm going to watch the new ROH. For sure, man. No, Johnny, you're wrong. No. You're not going to watch the new ROH. We're going to watch the new ROH, because whatever we watch it together, and we watch it as a family. And that's why we're going to be watching the new ROH together. together. We'll find out what is this new Ring of Honor all about. What does Tony Khan bring new to the platter, to the table? Let's see what it's all about. We're gonna be watching it together live right here. I like to see Britt Baker. Yes, there you go. Ricky says that he'd like to see Britt Baker win the ROH title. I would love to see it as well. I know right now Britt Baker doesn't have a title, so she could definitely do wonders with a ROH title right now as we speak. AJ, I like Velvet Sky. It's Velvet time, man. Bobby, get much love to her as well, man. And I was speaking to a few of my friends who are in the business, who are in the independent industry, and they were like, "Oh, Velvet Sky, maybe she shouldn't be an NWA commentary or whatnot." And I said, "No, you know what? Velvet Sky just adds a flavor to the NWA commentary table, because if it wasn't for Velvet, the commentary table would just be two dudes sitting around, lots of old school, lots of one single perspective. Velvet Sky really brings in her own unique perspective, and it's so important to have her on there. So really, much love to her as well, brother. Absolutely." That's crazy, Ricky. That is crazy. And Chris also says, yes, the drummer from Foo Fighters is insane. Yeah. And Andy says, yeah, the guy from Foo Fighters passed away. Miley Cyrus is dedicating her next show for him. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, Foo Fighters. Oh, by the way, Tony Nese has Casey up, and this has to be it. I think his neck's broken after that one. Oh my gosh, I thought it was going to be over. But no, Casey, the guy definitely has a big heart. And because of the big heart, he's still going strong. When he kicked out right there, I don't think it was his physical body. It was his stamina or his strength kicking out. I thought it was his heart actually kicking out of the pinfall, because he's got a big heart and he's not going to quit until the very end. Look at that. Casey's still kicking out, still in this match. I don't know how he's doing it. But yes, Foo Fighters is very, very unfortunate. I know that until at least 5 or 6 years ago, I used to listen to a lot of Foo Fighters. Really good band out there. Wow, it's really unfortunate. Very, very. Zello Pro Wrestling tomorrow night. I see it, Chris. Zello Pro Wrestling. That's nice. But tomorrow, as I said, the gaming stream debuts tomorrow. Authors of Pain make their wrestling news debut tomorrow. So yes, it's going to be happening. And by the way, we're good friends with Authors of Pain. They're fantastic people. And I can tell you that we had a great time talking. They're very, very nice people. Akam and Razor, both of them are, as their real names are, Zim and Sunny, really sweet and nice people out there. So Authors of Pain are going to be here, and they're just incredible human beings. I know that we saw them on TV, and they just came across as the nicest guys, but on television, but off television, they're even better. Such nice guys. I can't wait for you to see them tomorrow and get to know their true personality. They're awesome people. By the way, Casey right now, with that beautiful DDT, he's still in control, still going strong. And that was a big DDT to Tony Nese. Tony Nese is down, but he's still not out. He's still not out. He's still going strong. Look at that. Look at that beautiful stuff. And Andy says, Velvet Sky is doing just fine to broadcast team of NWA. For sure, Andy. She's doing just fine. And without her, the broadcast team would be very bland, would not be spicy, would only be having one single perspective from both of the people, for both of the men. And she just adds her unique flavor to it. It's great. It's fantastic. Jonathan says, news like that, I think it just makes us appreciate life even more. And we just never know. That's absolutely, man. It is crazy. Thoughts out to his friends, his family. It's insane. And news like that is crazy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. By the way, Tony Nese grabs the head of Casey and he jumps off the top rope to the ringside. Casey took that hard, but still going strong. He goes for the big dive on Tony Nese's ringside. Casey now climbs the top turnbuckle. I don't know what he's up to right now, but he's up to something big. Casey has Tony Nese in position, and he goes for the big frog splash, and wow, I thought that was gonna be it. I thought that was over. I couldn't believe it. When the referee was counting down to the 3 after the frog splash, I thought that was over, but no, Tony Nese kicks out. There's no way Casey's defeating Tony Nese tonight. Is it happening? That's crazy. And yes, Jonathan, once again, I would just like to also talk about this, that it's insane that news like this comes out. The one thing that baffles me so much is that Tony Nese, by the way, with the roll-up pin. Okay, we'll talk about this a bit later because this is too much. This match is so back and forth right now, and we're reaching the climax, it seems. And there you go. Tony Nese gets Casey up. Casey once again with the roll-up, but no, Tony Nese kicks with the big kick, with the wrong kick to the head of Casey. I think Casey's out of it already, but Tony Nese just adding more punishment to the pain. Goes for, oh my gosh, he goes for the top turnbuckle, goes for the big one. Casey gets out of the way. Casey now has the arm of Tony Nese, now with a roll up, and no. Oh dear, are you kidding me right now? Casey was going to roll him up for the pinfall. He was getting Tony Nese in position, but Tony Nese overpowers Casey midway while Casey was just rolling him up. Tony Nese stops him right there with, oh my god, with Casey's shoulders down. Referee goes for the pin, and yes, Casey gets pinned. 3 count, 1, 2, 3, it's over with a roll-up pin. It happens, and or should I say a semi-roll-up pin, because it was Casey trying to roll Tony Nese up for the pinfall, but Tony Nese stops him midway and gets the cover and gets the win. Beautiful stuff. That match was beautiful. I thought it was big back and forth. It was unpredictable to a point where I thought that Tony Nese was actually going to lose to Casey. That is big. And you know what? Tony Nese has to, this guy right there, Casey Navarro, has to earn the respect of Tony Nese after this match. And 63% of you were right that yes, Tony Nese won the match. That was a beautiful, a hard-fought battle. And I love this about the independent wrestling shows. It's so real, right? When you watch the shows, it's very, very real. Tony Nese was tired after the match. He asked the referee for a water bottle. He gets some water, he drinks some water, and then he offers some water to Casey, and Casey grabs it, drinks it. This is great. You never see that on those shows, right? This is only the independent shows you can see something like that. And after Casey drinks the water, Tony Nese says, "Get up, kid, get up." And Casey looks angry, doesn't look too happy. He keeps the water bottle away, and he slowly gets up to his feet. And C says, I feel Casey has always been an element of surprise about him. Great wrestler, absolutely. And says, welcome to the stream. It's so good to see you. You're awesome. It's so good to see you, brother. So good. Moons is here. Moons, welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome. And there we go. Tony Nese raises up Casey's arm in appreciation. And Casey says, no, you're the champion. And he raises to, oh my gosh, this is so sweet. Look at Casey Navarro out there. What a humble man he is. Wait a sec, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? What even is true in this world? What is even the truth? What is the lie? Somebody help me out, because what the hell just happened here? What a bully. Oh my gosh. What happened? Dear, oh dear. I thought Casey was a good guy. What the hell? I thought, yes, he's got pink hair, he's got pink trunks, he's a little weird, but he's good, he's got a good heart. He gets down, and you know, he shows some enormous respect to Tony Nese. Tony Nese says, it's alright, kid. He leaves the ring, he's about to leave the ring, and Casey with a low blow from the back, from behind, to Tony Nese, and there with the stomps. And the music hits. Who is coming out? Who is it who's coming out? Wait a second. Cage. What is Brian Cage doing here? Brian Cage is here to save his All Elite. By the way, guys, yes, Brian Cage is also an AEW star. Even though you never see him, he's an AEW star. And he's coming out to save his fellow AEW star, it seems. Tony Nese. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Actually, he's not. Whoa. Brian Cage, such a monster. He actually is out here to help Casey out, bring more pin to Tony Nese. He gets Tony Nese up on his shoulders and pins him down hard. Man, this guy is a monster. He's a beast. Tony Khan doesn't use him too much, but this guy is an absolute beast. And Tony Nese has been destroyed. He's been destroyed. He has been absolutely brutalized. That is sad. Wow, look at that. Look at that. And Bobby says, do you watch Mae Valentine today? I did not, Bobby. I did not. Did you watch her? Did you like watching her? Tell me about her. Johnny says, all right, sorry, I agree. We are a family. I can't wait to watch her with my family. Johnny, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask AOP a question? Johnny? The interview, I actually have recorded it, so it's going to be streaming live, but it's actually a pre-recorded interview, which I recorded, I believe, yesterday. So this interview is going to be streaming live, but it's already recorded, so you won't be able to ask them a question. But let me know if you have any questions, and I'm going to ask them directly. And if they can answer, I'll let you know if they've answered. All right, let's do it that way. AJ, did you hear Mr. McMahon wants to meet Seth Rollins at 9 a.m. Monday? Yes, absolutely. What's happening here?
I think you got mistaken. He called you a pussy. So who's the pussy now?
What the hell? That's not good. That's not good. What else do we have here? Chris says, right, I know, AJ. I was just saying Kylie was going to be on tomorrow, but I know it's a pack tomorrow. No worries, buddy. Chris, thank you for that. You're awesome. Who's coming out now? Who is it that's coming out now? This match. This show is crazy. So many surprises, so many entrances. It's beautiful. I love it. Again, this doesn't even look like an independent show. The way it's produced, the way they have booked this, the way they have got the lighting, the LED screens, everything, it's beautifully produced. It doesn't look like an indie show at all. No way. And just like I said, Impact Wrestling doesn't have the same level of production as these guys do. This is awesome. Who is it? Who is this guy?
A different side, different tone, different demeanor, and different outlook. For Buddy Matthews,
Whoa, no way in hell. Buddy Matthews is coming out right now. Is it main event time already? I thought Brian Cage versus Buddy Matthews was gonna be the final, the main event of the night, but it seems like it's gonna be Bully Ray in the main event instead. So Buddy Matthews, Brian Cage taking place right now, and we are in for a treat here. We're in for a treat, without a shadow of a doubt. We're in for a treat. My brother is big fan of your channel, AJ. Thank you so much, Ricky. That's so nice. Say hello to him. Show my gratitude. Say that I'm very, very grateful for your support. Thank you for that, Ricky. You're awesome. AJ, is it okay? I get shout out my brother. His name is David. David, you're awesome. Thank you for the support. You're awesome, man. And Ricky says, Moons. Yeah, that's right. Moons is here. Good to see him. I can see everybody with the points here. 1-0. Beautiful stuff. Chris says Marina Shaffer and Zeta Zang, John Moxley, O'Neal Orcano, also John Morrison and Simon Gotch saying GCW Bloodsport on March 31st. Once again, March 31st, April 1st, there's some jam-packed shows. Jam-packed dates with a lot of shows in there. Which show do we have to do? If you guys have any recommendation, just like Chris recommends doing GCW Bloodsport, if you guys have any other recommendation for me to do on these due dates, let me know. And Johnny, yes, Seth Rollins Monday 9 a.m. I look forward to it. It has to be Cody Rhodes. Definitely has to be Rhodes. Well, Casey learned his lesson from Enzo. There you go. Wait, Seth is a go, Mr. McMahon. Yeah, that's right. Seth Rollins is going to be meeting Mr. McMahon Monday at 9 a.m. At the headquarters of the WWE. But what is the meeting going to be all about? I believe it's going to be about Cody Rhodes appearing and Cody Rhodes actually expressing interest in being at WrestleMania, and they're going to be finalizing his match. I don't think that they have enough time to really do this in front of TV, and that is why they're going to be like, you know what, they met behind closed doors. They had a very top-notch official meeting where they decided this match. I think that's exactly what's going to be happening. May looks stunning as always. That's wonderful. Andy, Casey Navarro, and Brian Cage are good friends. There you go. We saw it. We saw the friendship, blossoming right there in the ring there. And Robbie says, yes, I watched May Valentine. She's interviewed Jax, Dean. All right, cool. Check on NWA USA. I will. AJ wants more 2K22 streams coming. Moose, 2K22 streams coming soon. Coming next week. But tomorrow we have an interview coming out with Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain are going to be joining us for an exclusive interview tomorrow. Also, we've got some Spider-Man gameplay starting tomorrow. We're going to be picking up Spider-Man because everybody wanted us to do Spider-Man. And Spider-Man gameplay, as I said, every Sunday we're going to be playing out a game while talking wrestling. The games doesn't have to be 2K22 or it doesn't have to be wrestling related. It can be any game. And you guys have picked Spider-Man to be the first game out there. And we're going to be playing some Spider-Man, talking some wrestling tomorrow as well after the interview comes out. And Andy says, AJ, there's a girl in Eve named Charlie Evans. She's tough. I'm going to be looking her up. Andy, thank you for that. Undertaker is going to be a pace car driver for the NASCAR. Oh, no way. Wow. Cool. That's cool. And Brian Cage is in control so far. Buddy Matthews is definitely on the receiving end of all the pain, all the punishment. And it's so interesting that Brian Cage, even though he's signed to AEW, we never see him there. And this guy is a total monster, total cyborg in real life. He's so underutilized. we only see him actually shining when he shows up on the indie days, on the independent shows. That is where he actually shines. On AEW, he's never even there. It's sad, but it's true. I got breaking news. I'm sorry I messed up before, but Ryback deleted all of his TikTok videos. Interesting. I wonder why did he do that. But I spoke with PJ Black or Justin Gabriel from Nexus, and I asked him what he thinks about Ryback, and he laughed. He said, "You know what? Ryback is a guy who used to troll the online trolls before, and now he has become an online troll himself." And he said that Ryback is not making his way to the ring ever. He cannot. He's physically unable to. He's got his knees messed up. He's got everything messed up. He won't be able to stand in the ring. That's what PJ Black said. So I don't think Ryback will be making his way to the ring. Was gotta be competing ever. But again, in wrestling, never say never, so we will find out. Ultimately, we will find out. Moon says Cody is most likely going to the WWE. I don't know, Seth had been spoiling him constantly. But guys, Seth was also talking about a lunatic. And John Moxley. No, I don't think John Moxley's going to be, because John Moxley, if you look at AEW, he's got a big thing going on with Bryan Danielson and William Regal. So he definitely is under contract, and he's doing well there. I think that's got to be happening. That's right, Moon's Author of Pain tomorrow. Tomorrow, live right here, Wrasslinews. It's going to be happening. It's going to be streaming live, so make sure to tune in. What company is Enzo? And I think he's a free agent. He goes wherever he wants, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And AJ Bloodsport 8 on March 31st will be on at 2 p.m. in America. What time is it? That's fantastic, Chris. It's actually got to be very convenient for me if it's at 2 p.m. We'll definitely do it, brother. Definitely do it. Moon says, can you make sure to ask them why they weren't with Seth Rollins in 2020 when they went to the Performance Center? Yeah, that question I did ask them. And I from what I believe, yes, I did ask them that question. I can't recall if I asked them on camera or off camera, but I did ask them, and you're going to be getting the answer tomorrow, definitely. Yeah, Enzo is an MLW. Oh, he's signed there? That's cool. By the way, I've got something coming up regarding MLW that you guys are going to be shocked when you listen to. And I don't know the whole details myself. I've just been told that something big is coming, and it's going to be revealed on this channel right here. I can't wait for you all to hear it, and I can't wait to know myself because it's supposedly big. And there you go. Chris says that he picks big. He picks Cage. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Brian Cage or is it going to be Buddy Matthews? We'll have to see. And once again, thank you for reminding me about the poll. I keep forgetting. I get carried away and I forget. All right, so who is winning this match? Is it going to be Brian Cage? Is it going to be Matthews? Let us know through the poll and let us know in the comments. Let's see who actually comes out the winner of the prediction game tonight. Shayna Baszler is helping Ronda getting ready for Mania. Okay, you know what, Andy, I can't understand why they don't have Shayna and Ronda working together. I think together they'd be great. I know that Ronda Rousey is a main event star and they want her to have in solo action ultimately, but I think if they ever have her chase the women's title, that wouldn't be too bad either, because a lot of people don't like Ronda Rousey, let's believe it. Let's face it, a lot of the fans don't like Ronda Rousey, and a lot of the fans at WWE themselves, they don't care about the women's tag titles. So if they ever have Ronda Rousey team up with Shayna and they have them go after the tag titles, it's gonna bring a lot of eyes and it's gonna bring a lot of prestige, which has never been there, by the way, for the women's tag titles. And it's also going to give Ronda Rousey something to do without getting a lot of heat. I think it would be sweet. So I would be in for a tag team between Ronda and Shayna Baszler on television. I think that'd be pretty damn cool. And Bobby says, AJ breaking news, Chris Dickinson and Masha Slamovich at GCW Paranoid on April 9th. There you go, Bobby. Thank you for that. We're definitely going to be doing that show. April 9th, we're coming. Because they were with Rollins in January and March, but in April, they just disappeared. That's right, Moons. That question will be answered. And there's a very personal reason behind it. Behind the reason why they didn't do it. So that's going to be happening. They're going to be answering that. And look at that. Brian Cage on top of the middle rope right now. He was climbed the middle rope and he was about to suplex Buddy Matthews from that middle rope. It was beautiful. But Buddy Matthews with the counter, he gets to the top turnbuckle, and with a big drop kick, knee drop to Brian Cage's chest. Brian Cage is down. Buddy Matthews is going strong as we speak. This is sweet. And Clay says, I can't wait for the interview with Bayley, April 1st, Hall of Fame. That's right, we're just a week away from WrestleMania, and I can't believe how fast time flies, because it's fast. Alex Persona says, Brian Cage was an old NWA here in Mexico. There you go. I remember that he was a part of the stable in my... There you go, that's nice, alright. Wow, I better look it up because that definitely has me intrigued. I'd like to see what shape must he be in back then, back in the day, Mexico. That's interesting. Old NWA, that's lovely, brother. X Persona, welcome to the stream. It's so good to see you. Asia, do you remember Paul London? Absolutely, I do. Paul London, back in the day, it's so interesting because a lot of the wrestlers that we saw in late 2000s or early 2010s, they just disappeared. A lot of wrestlers, and Paul London also, one of them. There's kind of, and you had Crime Time, obviously, they were there in the late 2000s, disappeared from the WWE and stuff like that. So, yeah. And Paul London, I haven't heard that name in a while, but I definitely remember X Persona. Your favorite wrestler? That's awesome. Sweet. And AJ, did Authors of Pain talk about the real reason why Paul Ellering? Yes, Chris. Yes, they did talk about it. And they really went candid about it. It was a very special moment when I brought up the topic of Paul Ellering, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Once again, this interview is very exclusive because Authors of Pain, they never do interviews, or they do it very, very barely. And they're lovely people. Big heart, really kind, very humble, and sweet stuff. You guys are going to enjoy it. You guys are definitely going to enjoy it. And Johnny says, what the hell is MLW? It's a promotion, Johnny. It's a promotion out there. And he says, I thought Shayna, Ronda, Sonya Deville were going to team up together. But you know how that's going right now. MLW is a rebrand of Lucha Underground. There you go. And speaking of that, look at these guys. Brian Cage gets Buddy Matthews on the top turnbuckle with a big chop to the chest. And he's getting in position. Brian Cage climbing the middle rope, looking to superplex him off the top turnbuckle. Is he going to be able to do that? We will find out momentarily. But he gets Buddy Matthews in position. He's getting him in control. Siri keeps going off. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Hold off right there. And Buddy Matthews is in control once again, turns the tables around. I think instead of Brian Cage superplexing Buddy Matthews, we're going to be seeing a power bomb from Buddy to Brian. Or maybe not. Brian Cage holds on to the top ropes. And Buddy Matthews with a kick to the hands of Brian Cage. So he lets go of the ropes, and he does, just like Buddy wanted. And Buddy, once again, kicks him in the head. Once again, another kick. And he gets Brian Cage up on his shoulders. And with a big power bomb. Big power bomb. Wow, the size of Brian Cage, when you get power bombed, that must hurt. But no, with a 2 count, Brian Cage kicks out, still kicks out, and Buddy Matthews cannot believe it. He's arguing with the referee, confronting the referee as we speak. The referee explaining to him, I did count to the 2, but Brian Cage kicked out at 2. There we go. And what else do we have here? Chris says, MLW is a rebrand. Thank you for that. AJ, can you ask Authors of Pain their dream opponents? I did, Bobby. I did ask them about that as well. They're going to be answering that tomorrow. There's no room to Brian Cage in AEW. Sadly, there's not. And then, on top of that, you have his wife also tweeting stuff and saying stuff that obviously is not a good look. So Brian Cage and AEW totally not working out. It's still under contract, though, which is surprising. And with that being said, the referee has been knocked out. Brian Cage is down with a big stomp. Winted Seth Rollins from Buddy Matthews right there. Look at that, that's beautiful. And the referee's down. The referee is down. Could we be seeing Casey Navarro come out to the aid of Brian Cage? Or could we be seeing another kind of swerve happening here? Let's see. But this referee is down and he's out ringside. Yeah, he looks totally out of it. There's no room. Absolutely, X Persona. I agree. I met Bailey and she was going to give me a hug. Very nice person. Clay is going to be very happy when he reads that, Johnny. And Brian Cage with another big stomp to the head of Brian Cage. This has to be over. Or somebody has to interfere here because this is over. I mean, lights out for Brian Cage without a shadow of a doubt. And Paul London was ahead of his time. X Persona, I totally agree. I mean, in this current day and age, Paul London would be one of the finest, and top guys in WWE or AEW right now. I totally agree. Chris says AJ John Moxley versus AJ Gray. That's crazy, man. Chris, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. What show is this, Chris? What show is this? 8 p.m. Interesting. And just like I said, I predicted it. Casey Navarro returns the favor. Brian Cage came out to his aid, and so does Casey Navarro. He comes out to Brian Cage's aid, but Buddy Matthews is unfazed. He gets Casey Navarro out once again, and no problem. And he has Brian Cage's head planted on top of that steel chair. And Buddy Matthews going for the stomp, but Casey Navarro pulls on his leg. Buddy Matthews distracted. Brian Cage gets him up, and there you go, gets him down hard on the steel chair. Is this gonna be it? The biggest screw job of all times. There you go. Wow, and somehow Buddy Matthews kicks out, keeping the prestige and the name of the House of Black alive. There you go, Buddy Matthews kicks out. Brian Cage is angry. Casey Navarro has been told to GTFO. And there you go, Tony Nese. What the hell is happening here? Tony Nese actually comes out to get Casey Navarro out of the way. He goes to attack Brian Cage, but Brian Cage attacks him back and just sends him flying into the barricade. Tony Nese is down. Casey Navarro is down. Brian Cage is dazed. And Buddy Matthews with a big flying knees to Brian Cage and gets him up and down hard. This has to be it. This has to be over right here. And it's over. It's over. Buddy Matthews with a big win. And this was crazy. We had Casey Navarro involved. What the hell? What? Screw job once again. Are you kidding me right now? This was over. The match was over. That was a clear 3 count. That was a pinfall. But due to Casey Navarro's outside interference, the referee just ignores the 3 count and gives the win to Brian Cage due to disqualification or interference. And we have Tony Nese and Buddy Matthews in the ring attacking Casey. Brian Cage saves Casey, goes to attack Buddy. And with super kicks to the head, and then a big kick, a combined kick from both of them to the gut of Brian Cage. He's down, he's escaping, and there you go, Tony Nese and Buddy Matthews celebrating in the ring or challenging them to get in the ring. And just like cowards, 2 cowards, Casey Navarro and Brian Cage are leaving. And they're leaving, they're escaping this place, and they don't look happy. What's happening here? With the microphone in hand right now. You know, the show is good, and they have the production right, and they're airing on Fight TV, which is awesome. But they really need to work on the sound system, because I can't make out a lot of times what they're speaking. The voice just echoes. You can't hear it. Yeah, I can't even hear it. What? Yeah, it's so hard to make out what he's saying. Whoa. He's leaving the fate.
It's not I. It's not him. It's not you. It's them. They get to pick the stipulation. It's them. They get to put the dirt on your grave. It is them.
What is going on here?
They know and will always know that the house
Okay. So it seems like we're gonna get a tag team match between Tony Nese, Buddy Matthews versus Casey Navarro and Brian Cage in the future sometime. But the stipulation will be decided by the fans, I believe, through social media. But the fans are gonna be deciding the stipulation of the match whenever that happens. Anyways, that Moxie versus Gray match is happening at Joey Janela's Spring Break event, GCW. Alright, that sounds nice. 8 p.m. March 31st. Looking forward to it. Expert Simon says, in the good old days, Paul London in ROH TNA was amazing. In WWE, he looked like, that's right, repressed for sure. And you know how WWE is. They push the guys that they want to push, and they make the guys look good that they want to make look good. So there you go. Asia will be doing the Hall of Fame. Johnny, we will be doing the Hall of Fame, but I have a condition. Everybody gets out here in tuxedos, with your suits, with your tie, with your shirts. Let's watch the Hall of Fame together like the gentlemen that we are, right? Yes, we're definitely doing the Hall of Fame. And as I said, Shad Gaspard was a brother. You know, after WWE made the announcement that Shad Gaspard is going into the Hall of Fame, I got so emotional. I went on my text and I started going through the text that Shad and I exchanged. And this guy was such full of love, so full of love. This guy, such an incredible guy. I've got so many Shad Gaspard stories, and I didn't even know him for the longest time. I knew him for about 2-3 years personally, but really, I mean, such a guy. It was a brother. I never call JTG anything but brother. I never call him anything else. I just called him brother. And Shad Gaspard, another guy, I just never called him anything but brother. And Shad too just said brother in return. You look at the two guys coming out tomorrow, Sonny and Zim. That's the AOP. Also, we call each other nothing but brothers. They're awesome people, and that's why I can't wait for you all to check out the interview. It's gonna be a good one for sure. And what is happening here? Oh, announcement.
The next time the Battleground comes here is Saturday night, August 6th. Who's in? Who's in?
All right, Battleground is coming back to this place on August 6th. Okay.
Tickets go on sale. We're going to go to intermission after I'm done. Tickets go on sale right now. So if you love your seat, head on down there and get it. Signed. Right now, I've been watching everything that's been going on back there. And frankly, I'm sick and tired of it. So we're going to settle this once and for all. Buddy Matthews, Tony Nese will take on Brian Cage.
August 6th, right?
Navarro.
August 6th.
We're going to get a victor. Somebody's winning that match. No more run-ins. All four of them here, face to face. You guys pick the stipulation.
This guy is a promoter. He's trying hard.
Thank you guys.
He's a promoter.
Thank each and every one of you for coming here, for supporting us, for taking Philly back. We took Philly back. We're not some kind of company that comes here and then we're running in Oklahoma tomorrow. We're a Philly-based company for the Philly.
Yeah, this guy is trying hard.
Be safe and come back in 10 minutes.
That was a nice promo. You'd wish that Tony Khan could cut such promos. I mean, wow, this promoter right here, he can cut promos. Tony Khan probably jealous as he's watching him right now. But yeah, they're coming back here to Philly on August 6th. And they're going to be having a big match. They're going to be having Brian. They're going to be having Buddy Matthews versus, Brian Cage, Casey Navarro versus Buddy Matthews and Brian Cage. That match is going to be happening August 6th when this company comes back to Philly. And better believe it, we're going to be here watching that match together on August 6th for sure. AJ, I don't have a tuxedo. That's okay, Johnny. That is alright. Just wear your pajamas, wear whatever you want to wear, whatever is comfortable for you. Sitting at home, watching Hall of Fame at night, that's okay. Don't wear your tuxedos, but bring your A game because we're going to be watching Hall of Fame and it's going to be an emotional one because we've got an emotional class this year. You look at Vader, you look at Undertaker, you look at Shad Gaspard. I don't think there has been a better class that deserves so much respect. This has been an incredible class. And one thing that has been very interesting is that this has been also been a very, very small class. There is no celebrity going in this year. There are barely... we have one woman, right? We have just one woman going in this year, I believe. So that too is Booker T's wife, so that's interesting. And do we have any tag teams or no tag teams going in this year either? So a very small class of Hall of Fame, but that's okay because we've got some pure and absolute legends going in. And it's going to be a great one. It's going to be fantastic for sure. AJ, when will you release the Shad interview? Chris, next week we have at least two interviews that have to be released, and they're big interviews. They're with some big celebrities, and they must be released next week. So Shad interview also on top of that will have to be released. I believe we'll have to release at least 3 interviews next week if you count in the Shad interview as well. So I will have to look at the dates, the best possible dates for it. but at least 3 interviews coming out next week, because we're heading to WrestleMania and we have a lot of guests on the show. And these interviews are so dated, right? I mean, because you have to get them out in time, otherwise WrestleMania is gonna go pass by and the interviews gonna sound old. So I have to get these interviews out before Mania. So at least 2 interviews coming out, and if you count in the Shad interview too, it's gonna be 3. So, and we could be having more. So next week is gonna be full of interviews. Of course, Authors of Pain coming out tomorrow, and 2 big celebrities coming next week, along with Shad Gaspard. And that interview has been always been requested by the fans. I'd been wanting to get it out myself. Again, it's such a good interview. The time we spoke, actually, Shad said that he wanted to speak a little more, because he said, I don't know when I get the time to do it. And we spoke for about an hour, and he said, I can go for another hour or 2, it's okay, let's talk. And that day, unfortunately, I wasn't feeling well, so I said, Shad, let's catch up next week, let's catch up later, maybe round 2, we'll leave the other stories for round 2. And he said, oh, okay, fine, round 2, you sure? Because I don't have a lot of time. And those were his exact words. He said, I don't really get time. I was able to make out time. Let's just do like an hour, 2-3 hours, and just finish all these stories. I'm like, no, let's do round 2, Shad. And he enjoyed the interview. I loved the interview. And shortly after the interview, or not shortly, but immediately after the interview, he texted me. He said, AJ, I had such a good time doing the interview, talking to you. You're an awesome guy. Let's do next Wednesday. I believe it was Wednesday, he said. Let's do an interview next Wednesday. And yeah, let's get it done. I said, let's do it, Shad. And unfortunately, that Wednesday never came. So it was very, very emotional. And I don't know how I'm going to be editing that interview, because I've never listened to that interview myself after the incident, because it's been so tough. It's coming out next week. Let's see. Hope you guys like it. And that's right, Shad, what a guy he was. He was amazing. It's hard to describe him here, absolutely, Johnny. And, I saw him as a brother. I remember WrestleMania 35. I texted JTG and I texted Shad and I said, where are you guys? I was about to head to Mania. I said, where are you guys? I'd like to meet up. And he said, oh, I'm at this hotel right now. Come over to the hotel. And then I was making my way to the hotel, which was not way too far from MetLife Stadium. And then JTG texted me, hey, brother, we're making our way to the Bullet Club party. Can you come over to the Bullet Club party? Let's meet there. And I said, sure, let's meet there. And we go over to the Bullet Club party, and Shad Gaspard and JTG make their entrance there. And, the fans go crazy. They go bananas. They're going after them, taking pictures, whatnot. And I'm quite a quiet guy, even though I talk a lot right here. I'm usually a very quiet guy. And, I stood by the side. I waited for the fans to have their moment. And then all the fans just, queued up to do these photographs and signing with these two. And they were obviously, charging for those. So that I believe they were $25 or $50 for each photo and picture and a autograph. So I was just standing by the side. I was thinking, these guys are my friends, but they have a big line here. Big line. I have to make it to WrestleMania too, so I can't be here too long. What do? Should I offer them money? Should I stand in line so that it doesn't seem disrespectful? I don't know what to do. I'm not too sure what to do. And they were like doing these autographs and whatnot. And all of a sudden, Shad looks at me. And he says, AJ, come on here. And, he stops the whole line. And all the fans that were standing in the line, everybody is just stopped. And we hug it out and we talk. And he says, AJ, thank you so much for all that you do. And it's just such a nice guy. I couldn't believe that he was such a nice guy. And he just takes his phone and gives it to the fan who was waiting to get his autograph himself. Gives it to the fan and says, hey, take a picture of us. And the fan takes a picture of us, and 2-3 pictures and whatnot. It's such a great guy. Shad Gaspard, JTG. I can go on and on with the memories that I have of them. So beautiful, such nice people. And Shad, obviously, the last interview that we recorded was also his last ever interview. That makes it even more difficult and special at the same time. So that one's going to be coming out next week. And JTG, if you want to check it out, I do one interview every single year with him. I've done about 4 or 5 already. Most of them are up on this channel. You can check them out. But JTG's newest interview this year has to happen too. And we did get in touch, and that interview will be coming out soon as well. I mean, not coming out, but I'll be recording it soon, and that's going to be coming out very soon as well. And I can see everybody has a comment here. Let me check it out. And Chris says, I will get my suit. That is wonderful, brother. AJ, you should check out Gazelle Shaw versus Ray Chanel. Definitely will, brother. I will screenshot this comment so I don't miss out. Johnny says, Shad, what a guy. Absolutely. Indeed. Tony Khan looks like a younger version of Niall. Oh, you're right. Ex-Persona. On point right there. That's right. Leon White was a great guy. Absolutely. It was fantastic. As like Ex-Persona says it right there, was a great heavyweight indeed. And no tag team, says Chris. Rick Steiner is going in the Hall of Fame. Has this been confirmed yet, Andy? Because we heard that was going to happen. But the last time I checked and I got some updates, it was like maybe they're not having Steiner going into the Hall of Fame after all. So we'll have to find out, I guess. And X Persona says the debut of him in NJPW, yes, that made me smile. Yeah, absolutely, brother. 100%. Good times. Good times. AJ, you can interview Shad. As I said, Johnny, I had the opportunity to interview him. Perhaps his last interview ever. We recorded it about a week before his passing away. Very unfortunate event. And that interview has not been released yet. But it will be next week. AJ, is the Hall of Fame interview dropping next week? Yes, it is dropping next week. It is dropping next week. Absolutely, yeah. Johnny says, that story you just told it brought a tear to my eye. That's right, Johnny. And you know, during the interview, Shad was such a nice guy. And nobody's ever done this, what he did. During the interview, he started talking about how grateful he is for things. How grateful he is for his life, for his family. And I was on his phone, right, on his Instagram. So he grabbed his phone and he started giving me a tour of his house. And he's telling me, AJ, look at my house. Look at this house that I have here. I have a beautiful house, AJ. And I said, that's amazing, Shad. And he said, this is one level. I have another level up. And I said, that's beautiful. That's amazing. And I'm thinking, why is this guy showing me his house? And he says, AJ, this is my house. This is what I've earned. I'm like, that's great. And then he keeps his phone down. He says, AJ, 1 second. I'm like, all right. And then he grabs his son. And he brings his son into the frame. And he says, AJ, that's my son. His name is Araya. And I say, Shad, that is amazing. It's such a lovely, such a great guy, you know. I mean, beautiful, a very family-oriented, very, very nice, genuine guy. And Araya says hello, and, you know, he's sitting there and he's looking happy with his father. And then his wife is passing by, and Shad says, hey, Celiana, get in here. And, you know, his wife obviously, you know, just walking away. And he says, AJ, wait a second. And he goes and he grabs his wife and he pulls her into the frame, you know, just carrying her in his arms and pulling her into the frame and makes her say hello. And I say hi back. And yeah, that is the kind of guy that Shad was. It's just an amazing man. A very family oriented, but very, very loving as well. When he saw good people, he knew good people. And he loved to talk. He loved to chat. He loved to, you know, share his stories. Was a great guy. Wanted to make it into Hollywood, and he would have made it by now if it wasn't for that unfortunate, very unfortunate event. Yeah, that interview definitely makes it hard for me to talk about it because, yeah, it's such a special interview. I still remember every single detail of it like it was just recorded yesterday. It's crazy. I like Velvet Sky, says Bobby. Commentary on NWA today. She said Homicide only wants a title match, no non-title match. She said Homicide wants to be a fighting champion. I love that. That is what Homicide is all about. He's a crazy individual, and I expect nothing else from him but to be a fighting champion. Absolutely. Rick Steiner is going. That's why his son pulled into the main roster. All right, Andy. That is cool, brother. That is cool. AJ, tough question, but who is one NTV with the wrestler no longer with us you wanted to do? That is a tough question indeed. You know, I think very recently we had the very unfortunate passing of, you know, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. I think that is one interview that I would have loved to do. But unfortunately, you know, because of the circumstances and how things are and busy schedules, we could never line up an interview. But an interview with Razor Ramon would have been fantastic. I've always looked up to the guy, so an interview with him would have been just fantastic. Absolutely. And Andy says, that's so true, Bobby. Absolutely right. And Eve, Riot Girls of Wrestling, is right here. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And if you guys haven't checked out Eve, Riot Girls of Wrestling yourself, do it. Check out their channel. They've got some brilliant wrestling going on there. Amazing shows. I'm a big fan. And you know what? We have to do a watch along for Eve, Riot Girls of Wrestling too, right? We gotta do it up next. Maybe pick up a show, guys. Start watching. And we have to do a watch along for one of their upcoming shows. Absolutely. And Eve, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well and having a good weekend. Johnny says, Rick Steiner ain't going into the Hall of Fame. WWE has not tweeted it. There was a rumor going around that he was going into the Hall of Fame. WWE has not tweeted it themselves just yet. There has been no official confirmation from what I understand. But there was a rumor going around that maybe the Steiner brothers were going in together. Now, the Hall of Fame is very streamlined this year. Only a few people. So maybe they'll push it to next year. But we will find out. Ultimately, we'll find out. It's right around the corner, so there's not much time left. If they have to induct them, they gotta, make an announcement at least by Monday. So we'll find out. Bobby says, I would like to see Homicide versus Jay Spade for Junior Heavyweight Championship at NWA since Jay Spade is #1 contender. There we go. That's a nice pick right there, Bobby. Good stuff. And just like that, this has been a long break. Wouldn't you say that? Look at that. This has been a decently sized interval. And Eve says, many thanks. I recommend the April 23rd Global Women's Strike 3 show. And Eve, thank you so much for, recommending that. I'm going to be writing that down into my schedule. 1 second, let me actually check it up right now. April 23rd. I'm going to look it up. April 23rd sounds like a date. We're definitely going to be tuning in. We're going to be watching it. And let's do it, guys. Everybody, let's watch it together. Eve, Riot Girls of Wrestling, April 23rd. Global Women's Strike 3. Thank you for that. We're definitely going to be tuning in. And Chris says, AJ, since he's retired and no longer obligated to WWE, can he interview X-Pac? Yeah, it's funny that you say that because, yes, an interview with X-Pac could be coming soon. And I said this yesterday, I don't know if you guys heard me, but since we're on good terms with AEW again, so an interview with Jeff Hardy is also something that I have on my radar and could be happening by September, the latest, with Jeff Hardy. That's right. I don't keep secrets from you guys. I consider you all family, so I'm letting you know that could be happening. Agent, that's the company I was talking about. There you go, Andy. You were mentioning it earlier as well. That's right. And Eve, Riot Girls of Wrestling, April 23rd. We all have to watch the show together. We're watching it together. We're tuning in. Let's see what the fun is all about. And Michael King says, old school intermission. That's right. And I love the old school vibe to it, right? It sounds nice. And look at that giant Sportskeeda logo right there. The giant Sportskeeda advertisement going on right there. That is sweet. That's nice. Look at that. Really out there, this company. AJ, Andy says, AJ, will you interview JJ Dillon? Why not, man? I would be honored to. 100% would be honored to. By the way, this has been a fun night, I must say. Once again, thank you to everybody for tuning in, because Battlegrounds, When Worlds Collide, it's a nice, lighthearted show. Nothing too extreme, but it's fun, right? It's fun to tune in and watch this show together. Again, any time that we have together is always a good time. So no matter we're playing some games, no matter we're watching some shows, it's a good time. And you know what? I can tell that sometimes on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, it can get a bit, and Friday especially, it can get a bit too busy, and too much wrestling going on. But when we have these independent shows, it's so much more laid back. We can watch, relax, have some fun, have some chat, and enjoy the show. It just hits different. I love watching the independent shows. They're great, and just watching the indie talent up there, rising up the ranks is beautiful. Love that. Too sweet, right? Girls of Wrestling. Gonna be seeing you April 23rd. AJ, how do you watch WWE Evil yet on Peacock? I haven't started watching Evil yet. Anybody here in the comments, everybody here watching this right now, have you started watching Evil? Because I believe a few of you actually mentioned that Evil is pretty good so far. You guys are enjoying it. So let me know if you guys are watching it and if you are enjoying it so far. Let me know. And Bobby says, AJ, will you interview May Valentine? And Bobby, it's very close because I actually interviewed, as you probably already know, Paula Mayfield, a 90 Day Fiancé superstar, also, NWA star now. And when we did the interview, we did it on Instagram Live. And, Paula Mayfield has over 1 million followers on Instagram, so it was a pretty big damn deal. But also, Wrasslinews is the biggest channel on Instagram, so it's a big damn deal for her as well. And when Paula Mayfield announced that she's going to be doing an interview with Wrasslinews, May Valentine actually reached out and said that it's a big deal Paula, congratulations, and I'm gonna be watching the interview. So when I interviewed Paula Mayfield, May Valentine was actually live and she was watching the interview there and she was commenting. So that was pretty sweet. So I would love to do an interview with May Valentine as well, where she's not just a bystander or a spectator, but is getting interviewed. So I would love to do that. Hopefully it happens in the future. I would love for it to happen. I honestly would love it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to catch up with the other things. That's right, Andy. So much wrestling, so many shows going on. It's hard to catch up with everything. But, everything I watch it with all of you. So if I watch Evil, you guys are going to know it first. I'm enjoying WWE Evil, says Johnny. Wonderful stuff. And tomorrow, don't forget, because tomorrow the Authors of Pain interview drops. And really, let's make it the most watched interview ever on this channel. I will need your big support here. I will need for you guys to share that interview with all your friends, on your social medias, everybody. Get the views up, get people talking, tune into the interview because that is going to be a big one. We have to make it the most watched interview on this channel so far because Authors of Pain are going to be coming here tomorrow and they're very excited and I'm very excited. They're great people. They have some great stories to share. So make sure to tune in tomorrow and share the interview with everybody. Chris says, oh, AEW is open now. Oh my god, I have a few interviews. QT Marshall, John Silver, Christian, Sammy. That's right. I love that. I would love that too, brother Chris. Would love that. But we're going to take it slow with AEW since it's still a slippery slope. It's still open. It's just opened its doors. It's still a slippery slope. So we're going to keep it slow. We're going to get going slowly and steadily. But next week, we're going to see a multiverse of interviews. A WWE Impact Wrestling, perhaps some AEW, independent. But next week, we're going to see some great interviews coming out. A big week for wrestling and a big week for Wrasslinews, and it's going to start tomorrow with the Authors of Pain. Can you do those, Chris? I would love to. I already have them written down. These are some of the names that I want to have on the show as well. They'll happen, but it'll take time for them to happen. AJ, when you watch NWA show, check out the really wrestling interview with Tom Lamberter and Camille. He dropped Chris Adonis from working with him. Wow, okay, that's funny. All right, definitely got to be tuning in, brother. Chris Adonis, wow, has got to be heartbroken after that. Nice. Looking forward to it. So, the promoter said it was going to be a 10 minutes long interview. I mean, not an interview, but intermission. But it's been quite over 10 minutes, and we're still in an intermission, so that is interesting. And right now, we have been doing this for about an hour, so the show has been on for about 2 hours now. So we have another hour of the show, perhaps. Let's see what matches do we have left. We have Atsushi Onita versus Bully Ray still to come. We have Ray Jazz versus Mystery Opponent yet to come. Lady Frost versus Mariah May yet to come. AFA Jr. versus Beastman yet to come. We have Trax versus Super Leather. We have, that's it. So how many matches do we have left? 1. We have 2, 3. Wow, lots of them. 4, 5. We have 5 more matches yet to come from what I can understand here. At least 5 more matches. Are we gonna go? Is it a 4-hour show? Because no way are they gonna be able to fit 5 matches into 1 hour, right? No way is that happening. That is interesting. Is this a 4-hour show? Because if it is, wow, look at that. And Chris says, I understand, AJ, I'm excited. No, Chris, never say sorry. You never have to apologize. We're a family here. Never have to apologize, brother. And Johnny says, interview CM Punk. Would love to. Would be an honor. As I say, it's never impossible to get somebody on there because, Wrasslinews, we're still, getting some ground here on YouTube, but on Instagram, we're the #1 source. So anything is possible. We have interviewed the likes of Rated R Superstar Edge, Rhea Ripley, Drew McIntyre. We made it to Fox Sports with our interview. So an interview with CM Punk is not impossible. I think it's only a matter of time. So looking forward to it. AJ, you need to check out Kerry Martin match on NWA USA. As I said, from next week, we're going to be doing every single NWA show, including the NWA show on Tuesdays and, the one that we're talking about, NWA USA. We're going to be doing them all. Eve says, never believe an indie intermission length. If an indie company says 10 minutes, that's easy 15. There you go. I'm still new to the whole independent scene here, especially intermissions. I'm still very new to it, so it is interesting. That's nice. Thank you for letting me know about that. Is it going to be the same way for April 23rd? Because if it is, I'm going to be ready with my popcorn and with my snacks for the intermission. By the way, it's so good to see everybody here having some fun. And I also, since we're talking about independent company, I would like to ask you guys, which is your absolute favorite indie company out there? Let me know. And Andy says Atsushi Onita is a really tough guy and he's got to be in action tonight. Got to be looking forward to his match for sure. As I said, at least 5 more matches to go. I was thinking that we've already done with the half of the show, but we're not because we've only seen Brian Cage, Buddy Matthews. We have seen Tony Nese, Casey Navarro. We have seen what else have we seen? AFA Jr. No, we have not seen that one. We have seen Wrecking Ball and Alec and Steve Gipke's Legend Challenge. So we've only seen like 4 matches, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 4 matches. We've only seen 4 matches. We have 5 more to go. So literally more than half the show still yet to come. This is gonna be a long night for sure. I don't do intermissions the way everyone else does. So yeah, you ain't gotta worry. That's awesome. Another reason to tune in. April 23rd. Gotta be tuning in for sure. That's wonderful. Thank you for that. Talk to you later, family. I gotta eat. Bon appetit, Johnny, Authors of Wrestling. Bon appetit. Have a good time. And yes, we're going to be here tomorrow once again, Authors of Pain. And since you guys wanted Spider-Man, I'm going to be playing out some Spider-Man games with you. You know, Spider-Man on the PS5. We're going to be doing a live gameplay. Picking up the game tomorrow, playing it out, talking some wrestling. Because tomorrow is the debut of Gaming with Wrassingh. That debut show is going to be happening tomorrow. 2 hours or a couple hours after the AOP interview drops out. So that's going to be big. Got to be tuning in for that one. And let's take a look, since we're talking here, let's take a look at the big news stories that have come tonight. Because, you know, WrestleMania season's around the corner, and every single second is important. Any time of the day, a big news story can come out there. So let's see, has there been any big news story so far? Oh, wow, there has been a big news story. This is interesting, because AEW stars, a few of the AEW stars have been announced for WrestleCon. And WrestleCon is going to be happening from March 31st to April 2nd. Once again, a lot of the signings are taking place, autograph signings, photograph sessions are taking place with these stars and independent stars and AEW stars. I'm not too sure why is WWE not doing their stuff with the WrestleMania Access. Why is the talent not available for access, for photographs and for autographs? That is interesting for sure. And let's see, what else do we have here? A second. Eve says that when we go to intermission in a match, for those watching the stream, so the action doesn't go. There you go. When I go to intermission in the venue, we play an archive match. I see that, an archive match. So for those watching the stream, the action doesn't let go. That's awesome. That is a beautiful thing to do. We're very considerate. Nice. Looking forward to April 23rd already. Everyone go show Wrassing some major love. Like, share. Thank you for that, Chris. I forget to pitch in myself here and there, but you guys always got my back. Thank you for that, Chris. Love that. Bobby says, my favorite independent wrestling company, Mission Pro Wrestling, and Capital Championship Wrestling, and Warrior Wrestling, and Reality Wrestling. That's nice. Bobby, love your picks right there. That's nice, man. You know, as I said, I want to do all the independent shows out there. And Warrior and Reality, definitely on my radar. As we know, Eve, Riot, Girls of Wrestling, also on my radar now. MLW is my indie company. I really enjoy it when Selena, oh, there we go, Andy. But as I said, we've got some big news coming in regarding MLW, which is a big news story. Possibly I've been informed about it. I'm not going to be the one breaking it. Somebody here will most likely be coming on to break the news story regarding MLW. I don't know the full details yet, but I was approached, and the person's going to be most likely on the Wrassing show to talk about it. It's going to be a big news story that's going to be breaking out about MLW. And I'm not too sure when it's going to happen. It's going to be happening pre-Mania, post-Mania. I think it's most likely going to have post-Mania, but it's going to be a big one that's going to shake the wrestling world, at least the independent wrestling world. All those people who are very close to MLW are going to be watching it. So make sure to tune in, because that one's going to happen soon, and I'm intrigued because I don't know what's all about it. So let's see. Let's find out. I like NWA because of Magic Day Dumas. I know you're a big fan of Magic Jake, and he's awesome, so I'm in for it as well. And May Valentine and Velvet Sky and the Hex and Homicide and Kenzie Payton, Melina, and everyone else. There you go, Bobby. I love how you put the everyone else at the end, because that is great. Yeah, NWA is stacked, right? I mean, you look at all the wrestlers, you look at all the talent in there. It's really nice. By the way, Fandango, or Dirty Dango, NWA star, has just announced his retirement just like that. Triple H goes out there, says, I am retiring, And not even a couple hours later, but an hour later, Fandango gets on there. He says, "Hey, wait a second. I am retiring as well. I am leaving the wrestling ring. Goodbye forever." That's what he says. And I don't know why. He does not go into details. We don't know what's happened. We don't know what went wrong. All we know is that he's retiring. Why? What is the reason behind it? That we don't know. No idea. But if you guys were to guess, do you think Fandango's really retiring? Is it a work? Is it a kind of troll? Was he just playing on the whole situation of the retirement stuff? What is happening here? Let me know if you guys have any take on this whole thing. And Gable Stevenson, by the way, he did an interview recently and he said that he wants to be like the next Roman Reigns because he's been watching the shows and he really likes Roman Reigns and what he's doing. And Gable, when he was asked if he'd like to be a heel or a face, said that he would definitely like to be a babyface to begin with and then slowly transition into a heel. He says, "I would like to do it the same way Roman Reigns did." Now, if Gable has really been watching, he would know that Roman Reigns as a babyface was a terrible idea and it did not work out. So Gable, if he wants to be a babyface and follow into Roman's footsteps, he's gonna get booed hard as a babyface. But let's see. Would you like to see Gable Stevenson as a babyface or a heel? Let me know. But if I'm looking at this guy and I'm just watching this guy and the kind of persona and the way he carries himself with the black tee and the gold chain and the smile and the beard, I feel like he's an instant heel. I understand that he wants to be a babyface, and I understand why he would work as a babyface, an Olympic gold athlete and whatnot, so he'd be good as a babyface. But I look at him and he just comes across as, maybe a brother or a second to the head of the table. I think he'd be good as a heel, for sure. And Andy says MLW had decent fight between Jacob Fatu and Lance Kruger in Stairway to Hell match. Absolutely, they did, 100%. And Jacob Fatu, that raises my eyebrow because the news that is coming up could have something to do with Jacob Fatu as well. So that is coming soon. It's working. Ricky says, "No, Ricky, I am still on the damn commercial break." Oh, wait, you talk about Fandango. He's working. Yeah, he could be working. I think so too. I think the timing of it, right? The way he just went out there, announced his retirement out of the blue on the very same day as Triple H announced it. I think it could be working. I mean, it makes a little sense, right? Why is he retiring? Is he injured? Has he made it in Hollywood? Does he have another career planned out? We know nothing. He just says he's retiring, so I'm not too sure. Ada says, "Have you ever interviewed Shaul Guerrero?" It is super funny that you asked that, actually. Shaul Guerrero, interesting. 1 second. I'm just checking my stream's frozen or what is happening here because this has been going on for a while. This commercial break has been going on for a while. It's funny that you asked about Shaul because, when I interviewed Aiden English, obviously her husband, Shaul actually walked into the room it did catch a glimpse of her, did say hello, but have not interviewed her. I've interviewed her husband, but not Shaul Guerrero herself. But would love to interview her sometime. I think it'd be a fantastic interview, the whole history, the background, the current thing that she's doing, and, Aiden English. She'd make for a great interview. Would love that. And speaking of that, yes, we are still on commercial. He said 10 minutes, and it's been good over 20. Are you kidding me right now? You've still got 5 more, and I'm not kidding it right now. You got 5 more matches, more than half of your show still to go. I don't know if he realizes it, but there are people around the globe watching this right now, not just in America, but around the globe, maybe on another whole another time zone as well. So really, he should understand what he's doing and get this show back on because it's been a while. Asia, did you have to talk to JTG about Shad? Absolutely, Ricky. Check it out. Wait a second. If you don't know, if you haven't checked it out already, we had a chat. JTG and I had a nice, good old chat regarding, Shad and how WWE should have inducted into the Hall of Fame. When we caught up the last time, we had this chat, and, we were just talking about how WWE never actually, reached out to induct him. This happened last year. So if you haven't checked out the interview already, I'm gonna leave it down here in the comments. Check it out because this is a good interview. And obviously, we talk about Chad, we talk about his legacy, we talk about his son, and how his son, by the way, is going to be a future world champion for sure. Because, if you check out the interview that I've just dropped here, JTG talks about how Chad has been training him in MMA and kickboxing ever since he was a little baby. And right now, his son is already a beast, he's on a whole nother level, and he's just doing way better athletically than his peers, right? So his son is gonna be a world champion for sure. He's determined, he's got the skills, and he's just getting better by the day. He's being trained by the very best out there. And this interview is all about it. Make sure to check it out. If you haven't listened to it already, do it because it's a good interview. And JTG is going to be joining me very soon because we do one interview every single year. It's a tradition. And we've done about 5 of those. We're going to do number 6 very soon. And yeah, let's see. And Jason says the show is back. Jason, I still don't see what's happening here. For me, it's still on commercial. So that's interesting. Thank you for letting me know, though, Jason. I'm going to check out. I'm going to try refreshing my stream because right now, I'm still on commercial. Ricky says, Ricky, JTG, obviously, left the comment down below. For me, it's still on commercial. I don't see it. I mean, on commercial, but I still see that little sports Skeeta thing right there. Gary says, what do you think about Gable Stevenson versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania? I think it'd be a nice match, but right now, everybody wants Cody Rhodes, so, if it's anybody but Cody Rhodes, fans are going to be unhappy. You know that for sure. So it better be Cody Rhodes, otherwise the fans are going to riot, right? And Andy says, AJ, have you interviewed Paige? No, never. Never had the opportunity to, but would love to. Again, usually we do interviews with stars that are involved in the current storylines and they have something going on. Because Paige is not involved in the storyline. That's why WWE never has her up for interviews, but would love that. By the way, guys, if you're able to watch the show right now, if it's back from commercial for you, let me know, because for me, I am still on the damn commercial. Or that intermission. Sorry, intermission right now. Let me know if you can watch it, though. Oh, thank you. I am back from intermission, and it's so good to be back. There you go. Beautiful stuff. Finally. I see it now. This is great. Chris says, AJ, quick question. I was in Google, I typed in Wrassing Show, and pulled up the, that's right. That's right, Chris, the Zabardust Show. I was a part of it. I mean, Zabardust Show was done with Mihir Joshi. Mihir Joshi is a WWE India commentator. I did a little show with him. It lasted a few episodes. It was supposed to last a few episodes, and it did. And it was a good experience working with him. But since the show was all in Hindi, and I am not the best in Hindi, I'm not very fluent at it. So that's why I had a challenge doing it, in Hindi. But it was good doing something in a different language for the first time. And it was nice. It was a nice little show. Mihir Joshi is a very good guy. He's a official commentator for WWE India. It was a nice little thing that we did together. It was nice. The show is back. Thank you, Jason. I see it right now. Giselle Shaw, Bobby, I know. She's awesome. And Trax making his way to the ring as we speak. This has got to be a good match. Finally, we have a match. Finally, we're back from intermission. It's going to be Trax versus Super Leather. Let's see how this all turns out. AJ, would you interview the franchise Shane Douglas? Why not, Andy? I'm going to be writing it down, brother. Let's reach out to Shane Douglas after Mania. Well, let's reach out to him after Mania. Jason says the sky has chainsaw. AJ, get ready to pop. No way. Why am I way behind you, Jason? What I'm seeing right now is Trax still making his way to the ring in a damn towel. So that is interesting. Where is Chainsaw? By the way, Chainsaw? Jason, am I reading that right? He's a chainsaw? Okay. I'm ready to pop. I hope he doesn't use it, though, because if he does, it's gonna be an abrupt end to the show. So he better not use it. Well, let's see. Why does Siri keep popping up all the time? Siri, I'm not talking to you. And let's see. Alright, so we see here Super Leather making his way out, and he has a damn chainsaw. Look at that. Wow, this is craziness. Jason was not kidding. And not only the fact that he has a chainsaw is not the only thing that's really keeping me popping right now. It's also the fact that the guy looks like a total maniac. He looks like one of those guys who would actually use that chainsaw. That is why I am popping. He is making the chainsaw look like nothing, just, spinning it around, using it, turning it on for the fans. Look at that. He's making the chainsaw look like a baseball bat in his hands. Really can carry him around. Really is doing well. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm not really popping about the chainsaw itself. I'm popping about the man because this guy looks like an absolute lunatic. Look at him. He's still walking around the ring, selling his chainsaw to the fans. The fans are excited. Look at that. That's crazy. Once again, there is no padding, there is no mat, no protection ringside. So if these guys take a big move ringside, it's gonna hurt them, which is crazy. This guy gets in the ring, and he doesn't get by himself, he gets in with the chainsaw. It is insane. Gary says, I'm still thinking Cody Rhodes is a work. It could be, it could be a work for the ratings, but again, if it's only a work, fans are going to be very, very unhappy as they head into WrestleMania. They're not going to be happy. Kenzie Page tweet on Twitter on March 24th, I'm wrestling against Legend at NWA tapings. That's big. That's big. Okay, let's go. Let's go. And the referee here, he looks intimidated himself. And Leatherman, look at this guy. This guy, wow. Super Leather throws his jacket at Trax. Trax takes a second, but he throws the jacket back at Leather Guy. Can I call him Leather Guy, Super Leather, whatever? And he throws his jacket back at Trax. Trax throws it back at Leather Guy. And Leather Guy's like, yeah, you know what, forget it. He tosses it outside to the ringside. And there you go. The referee just checking on his clothing, patting him down. And with that being said, Trax brings his A game at the very beginning, bumping hard into Super Leather right off the bat. Super Leather, look at this guy's a maniac. He's a maniac. Look at the guy. Wow. Trax is going hard with those punches. Super Leather returning the favor. Trax is unmoved. Super Leather. This guy's a maniac, guys. Look at him. Look at the clothes. Look at the outfit. This guy is crazy. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's gonna get Trax down is probably the chainsaw because Super Leather is able to do no damage to Trax whatsoever. This guy is undazed, unfazed, and his punches, his chops are doing nothing to Trax. Nothing at all. And Michael says, chain or no chain. He's got a chainsaw, but, look at that. He's not using it so far. Okay, nice. I didn't know. It's that show on YouTube or Spotify. I just wanted to support you. No, Chris, that show is, we did a few episodes, but it's gone. We're not doing it anymore, so it's alright. Don't worry about it. I believe that show is on Spotify, I believe. That's it. AJ, maybe Kenzie Page. It wasn't for Wrasslinews. It was for his channel, the MJ channel, I believe. So, don't worry about it. Thank you, Chris. You're awesome. Thank you for the love. And AJ, maybe Kenzie Page is talking about Mickie James or Melina, since they are legends. Absolutely, Bobby. 100%. And he says, on Eve, there's a twin sister tag team called Renegade Twin. I have heard of the name Renegade Twin, and the fact that they're on Eve makes it even more compelling for us to tune in on April 23rd. And we're gonna tune in, and we're gonna check it out for sure. Chris says, I picked Leatherface, Leather, Super Leather Guy, Dude Person. That's right, Chris. That is me. Yeah, that's me. That's how I pick their names as well. There we go. Leatherface, or Super Leather, going strong now with a big chop to the chest of Trax. And Trax gets Leather into the corner, and with a big chop. Wow, I heard the chop all the way to India from there. That was big. Another big chop to the chest of Super Leather. Another one right there. This guy is definitely phased out. Super Leather does not stand a chance, and Trax is going strong. Super Leather's jacket's off. His shirt's been opened up, and with those big chops, the heavy hand landing on that bare chest. That has to hurt. Ouch, that has to hurt. And Trax gaining the momentum up, picking it up, going big with the spear into the corner. Super Leather gets out of the way, and Trax goes shoulder first into the ring post as we speak. Super Leather in control. Or maybe not. Let's see. Oh, actually, Super Leather is in control with the big headbutts to Trax. And the third headbutt, is he gonna go for it? No, he goes for a big punch to the back of Trax. Trax tending to his back right now. Super Leather with an elbow strike. A 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. He's got Trax into the corner and really bringing his A game. Trax looks phased out. He doesn't look too good right now. Super Leather is in control. And Trax is down as we speak. He is down. And Chris says, I pick Leatherface. There you go. I didn't know. There you go, brother. No chain. I see. Yes, Jason. No chain. No chain. Thank you for that. What's the name of the promotion? Andy says. This promotion, it is called Battleground Championship Wrestling, or as they like to call themselves, Battleground CW. That is the name of the promotion, brother. And he is going to go for a suplex. Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be able to do it? And he actually does it. Wow, that was a big slam. There you go. With a pinfall, and no, Trax kicks out. Super Leather's got to do more than that if he wants to pick up the win. And the funny part is, his shirt came all unbuttoned, but Super Leather actually took the time to button up his shirt real quick. So the one thing is for sure, he doesn't like his shirt flying around when he's wrestling. Actually took the time to button it up before ending this match, and Trax with those heavy punches to the face of Super Leather. Super Leather returns the favor. Another big elbow strike to the head of Trax. Trax is definitely phased. He is in trouble. He is dizzy. He's trying to stay in control. And Super Leather right there. Oh dear. Trax with a kick to Super Leather. A big punch to his back. Trax is in control. Another big kick to Super Leather as we speak. And a few big ones right to the gut. There you go, guys. Super Leather is down. He is down. And Trax gets him, wow, into the corner right there. Big drop kick. Big drop kick to Super Leather. This guy's in trouble right now. This could be the end of the match as we speak. AJ, I watch NWA because of Natalia Markova. Bobby, it's a funny story. You know what? I never shared this story with you guys before, but I'm going to share it with you right now. Natalia Markova, do you guys remember when she did the little Shawn Michaels kind of photograph with the two titles, wearing those two titles and nothing else, and that photograph actually went viral? I reached out to Natalia Markova around that time, and I said, hey, you want to do an interview? And she said, sure, let's do an interview. I said, it's got to be a video interview because that's how we do it. And she said, I cannot do a video interview because I actually got a plastic surgery done, and I can't be on camera for at least a month. So can we do an audio? And I said, okay, let's do an audio. And we did an audio interview, and she said, I can't be on a call either because of this surgery. So can you send me your questions, and I'll return those questions back? And yeah, it was a weird interview that we did. It was via a few files. I sent her questions, and she recorded the answers to those questions and sent them back. So that was a weird interview. But I'd like to have Natalia Markova back on the show one day. Now that she's done with the plastic surgery and everything, I'd like to have her back. For sure, she's the way she has, risen up the ranks, and she's done so good for herself in wrestling is so nice, because back then when she did that little photograph, she was definitely getting some love but also some criticism from the fans, and now she's really proven herself, especially on NWA. She's doing so good. It's good to see her doing so well, and I'm proud of her, and I'm proud of the wow, Super Leather in control once again. Nice turn of tables right there, and I'm very proud to see her rising up the ranks and really, through nothing but hard work and determination, making it in the business. It's so good to see that. And oh dear, Super Leather goes flying down hard, and I'm saying flying down hard because Trax gets out of the way. And once again, just like I was saying, I love watching independent promotions, and I love watching these stars rise up the ranks. It's the most rewarding thing ever. It's great. That's right, Andy. It's a very interesting name for a promotion. And the promotion's name is so long that along with the pay-per-view's name, it just gets very, very long, right? Battleground Championship Wrestling, When Worlds Collide. That is a big name. And there you go. There you go. Trax in control with a big punch to the head of Super Leather. Leather's down. Irish whip into the ropes, and a big elbow strike to Leather. Leather practically no-sells that. Gets right up, but he looks super dizzy. Super dizzy. Trax gets him up and tosses him around across the ring. This guy is down. The referee's looking on. This is a crazy match without a shadow of a doubt. Look at that. Bobby, love that. Natalia Markova was working with Walter before. There you go. Yeah, Natalia Markova is just incredible indeed. And Clay is back. Says, can you interview Bailey? Absolutely, absolutely. Would love to. As I said, would be an honor. And another Irish whip. Are we going for an Irish whip? But no, maybe not. Maybe not. Trax gets him up and gets him down hard. Super Leather is down, and he looks like he's out. But the funny part about this guy is he reminds me of a lot of Cactus Jack. This guy won't give up. He goes all hardcore. He goes all crazy. He goes all nuts. And as Trax was just getting... Oh my gosh. Trax was getting him up. He pushes him into the referee. The referee was distracted. And Super Leather, with a low blow to Trax and with a roll-up pin, Trax down and out. Super Leather wins the match thanks to that big low blow. And the referee is confused. Is that the wife of Super Leather? Seems like it. Yeah, it seems like that was the wife of Super Leather, if I'm not wrong, in the audience, because... I'm sorry, not Super Leather, but the wife of Trax in the audience, because Super Leather just went right to her and confronted her before he grabs his chainsaw and heads to the back. I think the referee now realizes that what happened here. He realizes that Super Leather low-blowed. Yeah, the referee realizes that that Super Leather actually low-blowed Trax to get the victory. But he also realizes that Super Leather is too crazy of a man to actually confront, and the referee does nothing about it, and Super Leather with the big chainsaw in his hand heads to the back. Look at that, beautiful stuff. Bobby says AJ the Cardanas are wrestling on NWA Power this Tuesdays, and La Rebellion versus the End on NWA Tag Team Championship. That's awesome, Bobby, and as I said earlier, we're going to be watching the show, we're going to be tuning in. NWA Power and NWA USA, both shows got to be added to the library of our weekly watchalongs, daily watchalongs, what am I talking about, daily watchalongs. NWA Power and NWA USA, we're going to be watching it together as well. Andy says, AJ, here's a challenge for you. Don't interview Natty Neidhart, but interview her Jenny. Oh my gosh, Jenny, her sister. Hey, you know what, Andy, it's not a challenge. It's actually, Natalia is a good friend of mine. Yeah, Natalia is a good friend. We text every now and then. And it's just because of the WWE and how she's contractually obligated that, she can't do interviews unless WWE lets her. So that is why we've never had the pleasure of doing an interview together. But she's a friend, and we text every now and then. If I text her right now, she'll probably return the text in like 2 minutes. She's an awesome lady. So when she's free from the WWE, would be fine to interview her. Jenny, I'd like to have her on the show too. Maybe if we ever open the Wrassing show to maybe non-wrestlers too, would like to have Jenny on board. Chris says, AJ breaking news, Fightful reports that Dustin Rhodes will be out of action due to ruptured eardrum. And Chris, not surprised because it was last night, right? Friday night, yeah. We saw Dustin bleeding from his ear, and the referee did look concerned. I was very concerned, and I know you guys were concerned too, that he was bleeding very badly from his ear, and he's got a ruptured eardrum. That's not surprising, and I just hope that he gets better. But once again, with AEW and their shows, there is blood. Every other show there's blood, and somebody's bleeding, and somebody's getting hurt. I don't know what they're doing wrong, but something has to be worked on. Something definitely has to be worked on. Can you interview Natalia's husband, Tyson Kidd? Yeah, that's one guy that I've actually wanted on the show. Recently, I really wanted him on there. Haven't reached out yet, but maybe post-Mania, I will be reaching out. Let's see if we can get it done. But I would love to interview Tyson Kidd for sure. And with that being said, we're moving, finally, we're getting some matches done. We are now on to match number 6. Match number 6, I believe, out of 9 matches on the show, we are now having Alpha Jr. making his way to the ring. Sweet stuff, and he's going to be taking on Beastman. And there you go. Alright, the poll, I didn't realize the poll was still up. Let's get the poll up now for this match, because this one's going to be between Alpha Jr. and the Beastman. Let's see how this match ends up being. I'm going to be setting up a poll right now. Who will win this match? Let's get it up. Alright, so it's going to be Alpha Jr. It's going to be Beastman. Let's find out if he really is a beast or if Alpha really is the Junior here. Because Alpha Jr. is in the ring. He's a big guy. He's walking around the ring. He's ready. Beastman Tron now hits. The music hits. And there he is. Beastman is coming out, and he really looks like a beast. When I saw him at first, I was like, wow. This guy, really, the name doesn't lie. He is a beast. Look at them. If I was in the ring right now, I would run away. Look at this guy. He looks scary. I have never been scared watching wrestling on my screen, but I'm looking at this guy, and this guy is a scary, scary dude. Look at him. Wow. This is big. This guy is really indeed a beast. Look at him. Crazy. And as the Neidhart sisters say together, 5-pound dance is really great together. That's right. And, you know, Jenny, she is such a charming lady. I mean, really, she's got a good fan following as well, even though she's never been on TV. She's just done social media, but she's got a pretty decent fan following as well. And Bobby says, AJ, I like Tatum Prexley, and I know, man, I love Tatum Prexley as well, just a star. And Tiffany Stratton as well, I think she's a star too, and Lash Legend, also a star. NXT 2.0 really bringing their A game. Also tomorrow when I talk to Archers of Pain, when that interview comes out, you'll see us also talk about NXT 2.0, and they give their thoughts on the show, so make sure to tune in, guys. And definitely, Bobby, I'm a big fan of Tatum and Tiffany. I really like Tiffany's gimmick, even though a few people are not happy with it. They say it's, recycled and the same old stuff. But I think it's fresh. And in this era, we haven't seen that kind of gimmick in a while. And they're able to pull off that gimmick and still keep it PG. So it's a very interesting take, and I actually enjoy the gimmick. So let's see. But Tatum, Tiffany, and Legend, I definitely am big fans of them. And Ivy Nile also, can't miss out on that one. Good stuff. AJ, you have seen Alpha Jr. wrestle. He's the son of Alpha from Wild Samoas. He's great, and I can see it right now, brother. I mean, he looks like a Samoan right out the bat. But the Beastman, how do you bring the Beastman down? With a big uppercut from the Beastman to Alpha Jr. and a big chop to the chest from Alpha. Another big chop from Beastman to Alpha. Yeah, I thought that Alpha was big when I first saw him, but look at the Beastman. This guy is huge. And this guy, I don't know how do you get him down. This guy is big. Big, and I mean big. Look at this guy. Really a beast. What a guy. What a guy. I pick Alpha, says Chris. I think that's a smart pick. Nikita Lyons, Io Shirai, Cora Jade. I love that. Yeah, I think Io Shirai is great. But out of these three, I'm a big fan of Cora Jade. I think she's a star. Absolutely. Nikita Lyons, you know what? People love her, but I think there's still time. I think she still has to prove herself. But Cora Jade, I think she's fantastic. She's a future star without a shadow of a doubt. What happened to Nikita Lyons? Nikita Lyons, she's there, NXT 2.0, and fans love her. So she's still there. Yeah, she's new, still new. So has a lot of stuff to prove, right? Because so far it's been very nice and appealing to the eyes, and fans love what they see. But really, I have to see that in-ring work, and I see that dedication before I can have an opinion on Nikita. A solid opinion on her so far. But we're going strong. This match, by the way, is still going strong. These two still on their feet, still going strong, still going at it with those big chops. And Alpha Jr. is running around the ring. And wow, with a big cross body from the Beast Man to Alpha Jr. Alpha Jr. is down. He goes for the cover, but Alpha kicks out at a 2.5. Beastman is going to go for the cover once again. Oh, no. He's actually not going for the cover, but he's actually looking to crush his chest. Beastman is a bully. He's a bully. He's a bully, man. Hey, Bobby, who would you slam? Tyrus, what is that about? Wait a second, what is that about? Andy says, hey, Bobby, who would you say would slam Tyrus? Oh, Tyrus, I see. A question to Bobby. There you go. Mims or Chris Adonis. That's beautiful. You guys are great. Have a good chemistry out there in the chat. I love that. And there you go. There you go, guys. Beastman with a big punch to the head of Alpha Jr. Alpha Jr. does not stand a chance. I thought he was rolling out of the ring, and that probably would have been a smart thing to do. But Alpha Jr. stops right there at the apron. Beastman grabs a bone. Is that a bone? Is that a dinosaur bone or what bone? But he has that bone in his hands, and he's pressing it against the neck, the throat of Alpha Jr. I don't even know why Alpha Jr. is still trying. Just quit, because no way is he winning this one. Wow, this guy goes a wrecking ball. I know we have already seen wrecking ball before, but this guy, he goes down hard like a wrecking ball on Alpha Jr. Alpha Jr., it has to be lights out for him. How do you get the Beastman down? Or why do you even sign up for a match against the Beastman? There is no way anybody on this roster, anybody on the show tonight is going to be able to, defeat the Beastman. This guy really is a beast. Look at that. And Clay says, would you interview Bailey for me? I will be here tomorrow. Make sure. Absolutely. Good night, Clay. Absolutely. Have a good night. As I said, would love to do an interview with Bailey. You'd be the first one to know if I do it. And yes, AOP is going to be here tomorrow. Our gaming show is going to be debuting tomorrow. So make sure to tune in. Oh, gosh. With a big suplex from Alpha Jr. to the Beastman of the top turnbuckle. And they go flying down hard. I thought that was going to be it. I thought the ring was going to break, but the ring stays strong. Alpha Jr. realizes it's his opportunity. He's got to be in control. And he says Cora Jade reached out to Paige. Paige really loves her work. Paige told her perhaps one day she might see her in the future. And that's right, Andy. I definitely think that Paige and Cora have a lot of resemblance when it comes to their attitude, their lifestyle, the way they carry themselves. I think there's a lot of similarities there. And Cora Jade just looks like a younger version of Paige, a very driven version of Paige. I would love to see a match between the two, or maybe Paige managing Cora in the future. I think that'd be awesome. So would love that. Absolutely. Maybe we have some competition for the Toxic Attraction. Maybe we have another trio out there. Maybe we have a trio between Cora Jade, Paige, and a third person. Who could that third person be? If you were to make a trio, a stable, a faction with Cora Jade and Paige, who would the third member of the trio be? Let me know if you have any idea. And Bobby says, AJ, which indie wrestler do you think Gail Kim should scout for the Knockouts division to showcase them? It's a good question. Which indie wrestler should they actually have? By the way, speaking of that, we're oh yeah, absolutely. We still haven't seen that. You know what? Tonight, we're actually going to be having a match between Lady Frost and Maria May, right? And I'm not the biggest fan of Mariah May, but I think that she is getting better. She is getting better slowly. So if Impact, if they want to really get out there and get some more viewers, some more eyes, I think Mariah May or Lady like that would definitely bring more viewers to the show. Still, I'm not the biggest fan. I think she needs a lot of work when it comes to in-ring wrestling, but I think she can bring some more fans, so I think that'd be nice. It would be good for business. Alpha Jr. climbs to the top turnbuckle, and I think he's going to be able to hit it. No way Beastman is getting out of the way. Beastman is in position. Alpha Jr. looking to fly. Wait a second. What is going on here? No way. No way this is happening. Alpha Jr. climbed to the top, and he was about to hit the big one, but Steve Gigby comes out. And he comes out looking super scary. I'm not too sure what the hell is going on here, but the Beastman hits Alpha Jr. with the big bone and goes for the cover and pins him successfully. I don't know what was Gigby doing out here, what his business even was, but he's out here, he's staring down at the ring. Well, I don't know why, but this happened. This just happened. There were only two choices. I say Harry Smith. That's my thought, Bobby. There we go. Love that. AJ, have you seen the trailer for Spider-Man 2 game coming in? Very excited for that one, man. That game's going to be awesome. But speaking of that, Gigby has his eyes on the Beastman. What is happening? Is the Beastman joining the faction?
Whatever it is, seems very dangerous for anybody not involved in this particular.
Is the Beastman going to be joining Gigby? That's what it seems like. What is going on here? The Beastman kneeling by the side of Gigby. Does that mean that the Beastman is now a member of the faction? That Gigby owns the Beastman now? He's going to be working for Gigby? That is what it looks like. Gigby has a new disciple. in the form of the Beastman. That is a weird faction right there. But that looks like a very scary and intimidating and a powerhouse of a faction, without a shadow of a doubt. Gigby, Beastman, and this guy right here with the red rose, with the black rose. This is interesting, guys. Without, wow, look at that. That is cool. That was cool. Gigby looking on. Alpha Jr. just lucky to be alive right now, I guess. Wow, look at that. Sweet, sweet. And AJ, do you see D1 interfering in the Bully Ray match? I think so. I mean, Bully Ray's out there. D1 should be out there, right? He can't have Bully Ray alone. D1 has to be there. Who's gonna get the tables? Somebody has to get the tables, and Bully Ray's not gonna be doing it. He's gonna call for D1, so I think he's gonna be there. I would love to see Cora Jade, Roxy, Xia Li, Brooke side by side. My faction, man, that's a good team right there, brother. Cora Jade, Roxy, and Xia Brooke, absolutely. That's a fantastic faction. As I said all the time, Andy, you're a great booker. All of you actually are great bookers here. This referee is the hardest working guy in the room. This is what, his 4th or 5th match of the night? He's doing great. And who is coming out here? Do we have a ladies match finally? Oh yes, well, it is time for the ladies match. It is time for some action. Lady Frost from Impact Wrestling is making her way to the ring. This is cool. Is Gazelle Shaw also gonna be here and attack Lady Frost? Because Gazelle Shaw never leaves her alone. But let's see, Lady Frost looking like $1 million. Nice. She's a queen herself. Lady Frost looking happy, looking good, as she makes her way down the ramp, and she's going to be wrestling Mariah tonight. Let's see how that match turns out. As I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Mariah. I think she's good, but I'm not the biggest fan. But tonight, she could change my opinion. Let's see if she actually does it. I would like to see JTG slam Tyrus. Man, I think that would be a big one. For sure. D1 Dudley are not... What the hell? Andy? I had no idea. They're not talking to each other? Wow. That is surprising, you know. If you talk about best friends, I thought those guys were absolute best friends. That's crazy. D1 can never take bumps. His back is messed up really bad. That's sad, man. And that just goes on to show that we are all growing old. Yeah, D1 cannot take bumps. Triple H is retired. Possibly Fandango's retired. We are growing old, guys. We're growing old. And look at that, Mariah May. Does she have to do something with Valentine May? Because look at this. Is she related to Valentine May? Look at that. Mariah May is making her way to the ring. Again, Mariah May, just one of those stars out there, or should I say one of those wrestlers out there on the independent scene, who really has made a name for herself. There was an offer made for Mariah to be on the Wrassing show a few years ago, I believe, but that wasn't carried forward. I thought that still, I don't know, I hadn't seen a lot of action from her. She was just getting started on the independent scene, so I thought let's wait and see, what she has to offer. And now she's been around. I thought that she was not going to be around as long that she is, and she's been around for a while. So maybe, she's going to win me over tonight. Maybe she's going to earn my respect, because this is the first match that I'm going to be seeing of Mariah May in a long time. Let's see how this match turns out. Anybody here a fan of Mariah May? Let me know if you are. AJ, I like Mariah May, says Bobby. Okay, Bobby, you know what? I'm going to tune in. I'm going to see if this match is good. If she really brings her A game, let's see if she can win me over tonight. And everybody is behind Lady Frost right now. Again, the the hero here, coming all the way from Impact Wrestling, looking super cool, looking super good here in the ring. Super tough as she takes on Mariah May. Mariah May actually dominates it early on. She pushes Lady Frost to the corner. Wow. You know what, Bobby? I think I'm seeing it, what you see in Mariah May right now. She's got some attitude, some sass, and she's pulling it off pretty well as we speak. It's sweet. And Lady Frost, is she looking to suplex Mariah? Mariah gets behind Lady Frost, but no way she's going to be able to suplex Lady Frost. Lady Frost overpowers her, grabs her arm, Mariah says, no, wait a second, you're not doing it, wait a second. Mariah very cleverly gets to the ropes, and as Lady Frost was twisting her arm, Mariah May, wow. I see it. Bobby, I see what you see in Mariah May. You know, it had been a while since I'd watched any of her matches. I'm watching this one right now. Actually, I see it in her now. She's got some charisma. She's gotten a lot better in the ring than the last time I saw her. She is good. She can move in the ring, that is for sure. Yeah, she's got a very annoying gimmick though. She's got a very annoying character, but she's got a lot of charisma for sure. Look at that. Sweet, sweet. She's got the facial expressions right on point. Her body talks, right? Her body speaks volumes, and it's great. She's doing well. Chris says, AJ, I think Adam Cole beaten Page for the title, and Kenny returning during a match between Red Dragon and Bucks. Cole comes out to separate them, and then Kenny Omega returns to challenge Cole. I think that'd be pretty cool, Chris, absolutely, and I think that could actually happen. By the way, the poll for the early match was a 50-50. It just goes on to show that this show is good, unpredictable for sure. And Chris says that he picks Mariah May. It's interesting. Are you gonna say that Impact Wrestling star Lady Frost is gonna pick an L tonight? We'll have to see. Who is winning though? Let's see what the majority of the people say. Who is winning this match? Is it gonna be Mariah May, or is it gonna be Lady Frost? The poll is up. Let me know, guys. Who do you think is gonna win? Chris has already said it. He's already made it known. He's picking Mariah. And I agree, Chris. I think Kenny Omega has to return and has to challenge Cole. You know, things have been getting uglier and uglier by the day. You know, between, of course, when he left, it was all a family, and now the family split. So definitely Kenny has to be back and has to take on Cole to make a difference and to get everything back to normal. And Mariah May, you know what? This is a slow-paced match, right? I don't know why is it slow-paced, but this is a slow-paced match. She's taking her time, moving across the ring. She's going easy here and there. It's a slow-paced match. And Mariah May with the big elbow to Lady Frost. Lady Frost is down. Mariah grabs her by the hair, gets her down once again, and is running, get to the ropes, and a big knee to the face of Lady Frost. Lady Frost doesn't look too happy. Bobby says, AJ, I would like to see Gail Kim bring back BFAB. Oh yeah. Man, Bobby, wow, all the names that you mentioned right there, if they come back, the world's gonna be talking. The world is gonna be talking. BFAB, MJ Jenkins, and Danielle, same team, that'd be cool, brother. You guys are tremendous bookers. Bobby, you're awesome. Ricky says, I pick Mariah May as well. There you go, Ricky. Ricky, how are you enjoying the show so far? Are you having fun? Because I am. I'm loving it. But the show has been long, right? The show has been about 2 hours and 40 minutes so far as we speak. And I think it's going to go over time. I think it's going to reach about 3 hours and 30 minutes. So the show has been longer than a standard pay-per-view. I think the part of the reason being is the commercial break, the intermission that we got. But Mariah is definitely in control. You know what? I know that you guys like Mariah, but this match, and I think that she's getting better, for sure, but this match has been too slow-paced for my liking. I think Lady Frost can deliver better matches. We've seen great matches from her. This match is slower than she usually wrestles, so I don't know. Not the biggest fan so far. I don't think it's right when Kenny Omega returns. He and the Young Bucks will be the World Tag Team. Okay. That could happen too. World 6 Tag. There we go. That could happen too as well, Andy. Absolutely. I enjoy the show. It's a good show. Ricky, absolutely. You know, I say independent shows are great because you get surprised and you get, you're in for a surprise. You don't know what to expect. Anything can happen. And like this match right now, that was a big drop kick to the back of Mariah, and she's down and she's hurt. Sweet stuff. And you can see some newer faces. We saw the likes of, the leather guy. What was his name? What was the leather guy's name? Let me look it up right now. Super Leather, that's right. So we saw Super Leather, we saw Brian Cage, Buddy Matthews, we saw Tony Nese, Casey Navarro, Mariah May right now, and we saw Steve Gipkins, who is an absolute monster. And of course, we saw the monster himself, the Beastman. So tonight show, we have seen a lot of wrestlers going out there doing so good. You know, I loved it. And as I said, I learn every time I watch these shows with all of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky. No, I must thank you for being here. You're awesome, brother. So grateful for you. Bobby says, AJ, Mariah May is from England. She has been wrestling in England. Oh, there you go. I had no idea about that. That's sweet. And Mariah is going crazy now. Look at that. She's really bringing the heat. She's turned this up 3, 4, 5 notches. And Lady Frost looks to be in trouble. Mariah May with a little kiss to the camera, a little kiss to Lady Frost while looking into the camera. That is sweet. As I say, Mariah May's caught me off guard here because I wasn't expecting a whole lot when I started watching this match. But the way Mariah May has been carrying herself, you know, her personality, and the way she's working her expressions, and wow, the big suplex, look at that. And the way she's carrying herself is great. Yeah, I got respect for Mariah after this one, especially the way she ate that suplex out of Lady Frost. Lady Frost delivered a hard suplex to Mariah May, tossed her across the ring, and Mariah May went down, but she went down gracefully. I like how she's carrying herself. She looks very delicate. She looks like, you know, she won't be as strong as she just is coming across, but she is a strong, strong lady, right? She is really good. I must say that. Credit where credit's due. She's talented. And she is good. And she's only going to get better with time. So Mariah May, I take my words back from early on. You're good, man. You're good. You're really good. And Lady Frost with an Irish whip into the ropes. And as the commentator says right there, it's a different of the personalities. We've got 2 different personalities. We've got 2 different wrestling styles in the ring. And together, they're still putting on a beautiful match. It's a good match. It was slow pace at the beginning. Even now it's a slow pace, but it's hard hitting for sure. We saw a big kick to the head of Mariah May and a big clothesline. Mariah May definitely looking dazed. Lady Frost gets her into the corner, Irishes her right there with a big kick to the chest. Lady Frost is in control of this match. And she's gonna go running, and look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. And going for the cover. And Mariah May kicks out. This is a beautiful match, without a shadow of a doubt. It's a great match. This is a good show. I haven't heard of this company until now. Andy, that's right. This is a great show. And once again, thank you, Chris, for recommending this one because having a lot of fun watching it. Awesome. Maybe Deonna Purrazzo is watching this match. Maybe she is. Yeah, for sure. Who would like to see Mariah May versus Deonna Purrazzo for the Open Challenge? I think I would not mind that at all. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Look at that. Mariah May is now looking for a springboard. Is she? Wow. Big drop kick once again to Lady Frost. The way Lady Frost sells that. You know, wow. Sweet. That is hilarious. The way the referee was counting down to the 3, even right off the bat, when he did the 1, Mariah May just looked angry. She looked angry when the referee was counting down to the 3 at how slowly he was counting. Mariah May, as I said, she's working her expression so well, it's priceless. AJ, I know it's WrestleMania season. Thank you for doing this watch-along. You're truly a professional. Thank you for doing this. I know there's a lot of shows each week. I appreciate it. No, Chris. No. Thank you for... No, don't thank me. Thank you for always being so supportive, so nice, and always recommending these shows. It's so good, brother. You are a family. Everybody's a family. It's so precious what we have here. It's a family. And Andy says, hey, AJ, you need to look up all the Ladies Night Out pay-per-views. Their shows are great, and current Women's Champion is alright. Alright, Andy, I'm going to be looking it up for sure. All the Ladies Night Out. Okay, I'm going to be looking it up. Thank you for that, Andy. Checking it out. And Surf Wrestling has made his way surfing to the channel, to the stream. Good to see you, Surf. Hope you're doing well. And if you haven't been watching this show already, tune in because it's a good show. Lady Frost here is going to go for a... What is she going for here? Wait a second. Mariah May... Oh, no. Mariah May was going to go for the pedigree. Lady Frost reverses it. Goes for a big pinfall. But no, Mariah May kicks out on the cover as well. Lady Frost with a big kick. Has Mariah May in position. Wow. Slams her down hard. Back first into the mat. and Mariah May still kicks out. Bobby says, I would like to see Mariah May accept Deonna Purrazzo's open challenge. I would love that as well, Bobby. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Mariah May is good. And you know, Bobby, as you asked earlier, who would I like to see Gail Kim bringing up to the Knockouts division? I think Mariah May would be a good addition. Only a bit, I think she just needs to work on her pace. Because a bit slow pace for my liking, but she's good. And she's only got to get better. Surf says, Scott and Khan is trying to figure out if they want Britt Baker versus Deonna on ROH Super Show or Impact Multiverse. Wow. Decisions. It's going to be interesting. Well, if you think about it, Britt Baker versus Deonna, if it's really happening, I think it should be happening on Impact's Multiverse, for sure. I mean, you know, if you look at ROH, it is Impact Wrestling that has held ROH title hostage, right? It is Impact Wrestling that has been carrying it out for so long. So if you want to take it away from Impact, you come over to an Impact show and take it away. Not an ROH show. No. You come over to an Impact show. That's how you do it, I think. And look at that. Lady Frost was looking to superplex Mariah. Mariah turning it around is now going to powerbomb her. Powerbombs Lady Frost down hard. Wow, are you kidding me right now? That was clearly a 3 count. Maybe a 2.9. Mariah May cannot believe it. Lady Frost kicks out at a 2.9. And Mariah May with the pedigree vintage Triple H going for the cover. Wow, I don't know who called it, but a few of you guys called it. You said that Lady Frost was going to eat the loss here, and you were not wrong because Mariah May, with a victory, with a clear pinfall, she wins the match, and 64% of you were right. Lady Frost loses this one, guys. Mariah May with a big win right there. Big win right there. Beautiful stuff. And she asked the referee to get in the ring and announce her as the winner. Mariah May is good. I'm going to take my words back from early on. She is fantastic. She's got all the personality, all the charisma, looking so good, man. She's looking great. And Eve says, when you factor in the pandemic, Mariah May is still pretty new. That's right. Exactly. That's why I was critical of her. I thought, you know what? She's still green. I don't know what kind of match this is going to be. But the way she's just working her expressions and her body language, you know, it's very important. In wrestling, if you can, you know, not just get the wrestling part covered, but also work the expressions, the body language. As I say, her body speaks to the audience, right? The way she was just moving her body and the way she was looking at the referee or, you know, selling those moves just through her face, that spoke volumes. She did a great job at doing that. Definitely gets her the personality part covered, the charisma part covered. The only thing that she's got to work on is the pace of the matches, which I think is only going to get better because, just like you say, Eve Wright Girls of Wrestling, she is still new. And the pandemic stuff, you know, all that happened, she's still new. So it's only going to get better for her, absolutely. ROH doesn't have a women's match. Maybe they will now. They'll have to. The pandemic makes it looks like people have been wrestling longer than they have, but in the UK was pretty much a full lockdown. That's right, absolutely. It was tough. It was the pandemic was definitely tough, and I hope that it's gone and it's history and doesn't come back because those lockdown days were tough. They were incredibly tough. Yeah. But you know what? Look at us, all of us. You know, we made it through the pandemic. I mean, you know, 10, 20, 30 years from now, we can look at our kids and we can tell them, you know what? We survived a pandemic. We went through a whole pandemic and still made it to school, still made it to college, still, you know, kept our education above anything else. So make sure to go to your school because we did when we had the pandemic going on. So, yeah, we made it through, guys. Big round of applause. And what is going on here? Wait a second. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me right now? Are we gonna get... Is it gonna be an Extreme Rules match? It seems like it. I saw a Sportskeeda, banner right there. I thought this was gonna be probably a promotion segment, but it seems like it's gonna be an Extreme Rules match. Let's see what this match is gonna be all about. Let's see. Who is wrestling this match? I'm not too sure who's wrestling this one because we've seen Alpha, we've seen Super Leather, Wrecking Ball. It could be Ray Jazz. I think this could be Ray Jazz wrestling this one. This has to be Ray Jazz. Wow, this is extreme. You got all the stuff, all the weapons, barbed wire table, and there you go, a sports Kita banner right there on ringside. Sweet, sweet. Mariah is also starring in a BBC television show that begins later this year, so there's professional acting lessons in there. To be honest, every wrestler should take. Absolutely. And you know, when you really want to pursue wrestling as a career, you want to have all the aspects covered. And, you know, acting just happens to be one of them. It's sports entertainment. The one interesting part about Aiden English that I'd like to tell you all, when I spoke with him, I got to know about it when I was speaking with him, and I was really surprised, was that when he came over to the WWE, he knew no wrestling. All he knew was acting. All he knew was theater. All he knew was the drama. He knew no wrestling. He was just a guy who, you know, used to love wrestling, and his friend and him used to watch wrestling and discuss wrestling over these online chat rooms, and he never knew wrestling. So when he came over to the WWE, he knew no wrestling. They just liked his personality. So definitely, it is important to know wrestling, but it's also important to have that personality and, you know, get that part covered as well. Just like Eve Wright, Girls of Wrestling, says right there. And Giselle Shaw is a very talented wrestler. Bobby, I totally agree. I think Viva Van should be brought up in the Knockouts division, Impact Wrestling. Viva Van is a gem, and if you haven't checked out my interview with her already, make sure to do it. It's on the Wrassing show. Very cool lady, very cool lady. Andy says, I just looked up Mariah May. I see why you asked. Does May... That's right. You see. Mariah May is pretty, says Andy. I know Andy and Bobby love May Valentine. Valentine May. Now I know that you like Mariah May as well. That's nice. Yeah, she's good. She's good, definitely. She did put on a good performance right there. And she actually went over Lady Frost, which speaks volumes. I guess the promoter is happy with her. I guess the fans were happy with her. And that was a sweet decision. And I think Lady Frost also sees potential in Mariah May, which is why she had no problem putting her over in this match. So that is sweet. What is going on here? Wow, is it just me or every other wrestler on the show scary as hell? We've seen some scary wrestlers, and the great Nita, am I reading that right? The great Nita is making his way to the ring right now. Scary, scary guy. He was not announced for the... Wait a second, is he the mystery opponent? Because I don't see his name on the match card. I don't see his name, so this has to be the mystery opponent who's taking on Ray Jazz, I believe. But Ray Nita is a scary guy. It's the first time I'm seeing him perform, and the way his appearance, the way he's walking to the ring, scary. That mask, scary. I am scared. I'm not even joking right now. I am scared. Literally scared. I'm not even joking. And there have been a few wrestlers who have scared me tonight. And this guy right here, just one of them. This is scary. And Surf Wrestling says Mariah May and Viva Van and Jasmine Allure should sign with Impact Wrestling. Absolutely. And there you go with the perfect scores right there. 3 out of 0. Beautiful stuff, guys. Beautiful stuff. They are chanting, we want blood. It's going to be a bloody match. Absolutely. Look at this guy. And as he gets into the ring, wow, that's a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. His rope gets it away. Or maybe he intended for the rope to get away. But look at that, guys. This is a scary, scary dude right here. The great Nita. This is going to be a hardcore match. Sweet. And I also want to see Renegade Twins versus Inspiration on Impact Multiverse. I would love that. Renegade Twins. I don't know. Eve Wright, Girls of Wrestling. Are we going to be seeing Renegade Twins at Impact Wrestling over there against Inspiration? That would be nice. And yeah, the we want blood is what the fans are chanting. As Jason says right there. This is going to be a crazy match for sure. The Great Nita is Atushi Onita. Thanks for that. Look at that. If it's Great Nita on screen, it's Atusha. I see. There we go. Yes, the Great Nita is on screen right now. And that's Atushi Onita's alter ego. Thank you for that, Eve. Look at that. This guy is scary as hell. Absolutely. A few breaking news stories. Chad Gable instructed to change his name to Gable Stevenson. Debut and WWE in talks with Ethan Page, says Chris. Okay. Well, Ethan Page once again. All right. Okay. I'm not going to say anything about that, but wow, Chad Gable has been changed to asked to change his name. That is not surprising, you know. They want to do everything to protect Gable Steveson and really have the spotlight on this guy. So definitely it's not surprising that they're asking Chad Gable to change his name. And if it's, I'll be happy if it's not Shorty G. Anything but Shorty G would do it for me. Anything. Bully Ray making his way to the ring right now, and you can hear it from the fans. The fans are going wild, the fans are singing around, the fans are having fun, and that's right, it is Atsushi Onita. He was scheduled to be in action tonight, and you know, they had been promising a match between Onita and Bully Ray, and as Eat Right Girls of Wrestling says right there, it is Onita's alter ego, Great Nita, making his way out. And look at this guy, Bully Ray. This doesn't look like Bully Ray either. It looks like another alter ego, Bully Ray himself, with the face paint, lighting a cigarette as he makes his way down to the ring, looking scary as hell. This is gonna be a match. And he has a steel chair in hand. He's making his way down, smiling at the fans while smoking the ciggy. This is gonna be one hell of a match, and I am scared. I think this is going to be a lot of blood. It is going to be lots of barbed wires, lots of hard hits. And you know, me being me, whenever I see blood, I look away or it's hard for me. So let's see how I survive this match. Let's see. And Eve says, Renegade Twins are still very new. So I would imagine the major promotions would let them stay on the scene. Absolutely, I agree. 100%. But you know what? The fans are already behind the Renegade Twins. They already want to see them up there. So I think if they're able to keep up the momentum and really keep going, the sky's got to be the limit for them. Can he interview Straight Kid from Stardom? Yeah, you know, speaking of Stardom, we saw Carrie actually making her return to Stardom. She looked really happy there. Would love to have the Starlight Kid from Stardom. Would love to have them on show as well. Let's see if we can actually make it happen. AJ, I think, by the way, speaking of these international promotions, I had a few promotions that actually operate out of Russia. I had a few wrestlers from Russian promotions on the show. I've never released those interviews. I would love to do it eventually. But I had those wrestlers on the show, and they speak Russian and only Russian. And I had an interpreter sitting in between us who was translating our communication live as we were doing the interview. It was a fantastic interview. It's a whole other experience. Would love to publish it one time so you guys can see it. Good stuff. There's a whole wrestling world out there outside of America, UK, even Japan that is really doing well. It's struggling, but it's doing, well in their home territory, but it's struggling to get out there. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they do in the future. WWE isn't in talks with Ethan Page due to contract with Tony Khan, says Surf. I'm pulling for Onita. I pick Bully Ray. There's a show tonight. Oh, True is here. True, good to see you, buddy. There is not just a show. It's one hell of a show, man. We're having a lot of fun. Battleground Championship Wrestling, When Worlds Collide, taking place right now. Buddy, if you haven't tuned in yet, tune into this match because it is Onita versus Bully Ray, and this is going to be a hardcore match. Look at that. Everybody is excited for this one. The fans are ready. Onita's ready. Bully Ray's ready, and we're ready. Who is going to come on top? Let's find out. But who is winning this match? Let's find out. Let's see. This is going to be the main event of the night, the final event of the night. Let's see how it all turns out. Is it got to be Onita? Is it got to be Bully? Let's see. Alright, the poll is up right now. Onita. Can you hear it right now, guys? Can you hear it? Bully Ray was saying, come on, Onita, come on. He was, playing some mind games with Onita. And Onita, with whatever he was holding in his hand, goes after Bully Ray with that right away with a big hit to the forehead. Bully Ray goes down, and with the big few hits to the chest, to the back. And now oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Is he picking out his tooth from his mouth? He's going after his eyes right now. I am not ready for this, guys. When it comes to hardcore matches, I can't. And this is hardcore right off the freaking bat. Look at that, guys. This is crazy. Off the bat right there, as we begin this thing off, a big suplex now from Onita and Bully Ray. Wow. Bully Ray is down. Fabi Apache, Andy, thank you for that. I'm going to be screenshotting this as well. Would love to have him on the show. Have you listened to Bully Ray's podcast, Busted Open Radio? Yeah, absolutely. I do listen to it every chance I get. Good stuff. If you don't know who Onita is, I recommend looking him up. Someone I have had the pleasure of dealing with. Sold out baseball stadiums in Japan. Had been working relation with both WWE and ECW too. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Onita. You've had the pleasure of working with him as well. That's great. And I can watch him right now. And this guy is super over with the fans and super good as well. Bully Ray being toyed around by Onita right now. That's super cool. And once again, Eve Wright Girls of Wrestling. We just made this decision. We're going to be doing a watch along for them April 23rd. I believe it's going to be happening. So make sure to tune in, guys. April 23rd. We're going to be watching their pay-per-view as well. April 23rd. Looking forward to it. Eagerly looking forward to it. And Chris says, did you say in a video that Kairi Sane owns Stardom and her husband is wrestling there? No. I did not say that she owns Stardom. I just said that she went back to Japan because she wanted to live with her husband. And that is why she left the WWE. Basically, that's it. Onita is the godfather of hardcore, says Andy. Yeah, it seems like it. Look at that. Bully Ray was all talks, lighting up a cigarette and whatnot while he was making his way to the ring, looking absolutely like a true badass. But as soon as he gets in the ring with Onita, he couldn't stand a chance. And he's being toyed around, he's been thrown around, he's been bullied. Bully Ray has been bullied bad by Onita so far. And Bully Ray trying to get the momentum on his side. As Onita was looking for weapons from under the ring, Bully Ray kicks him, throws him to the barricade. Oh my god, there you go. Dear Lord, with that big chair shot to the forehead of Bully Ray, and the part of the chair goes flying to the audience. Now you talk about chair shots being banned in wrestling. Look at this right now. That was not a chair shot. That was one heck of a chair shot. Are you kidding me right now? That was a chair shot like I haven't seen in ages or ever. The part of the chair literally went flying off. Bully Ray hasn't moved ever since, and Onita, far from done, he grabs a guitar from under the ring. Bully Ray grabs his leg. He's not letting go of Onita. Onita, I don't know. Onita, right now, he just looks annoyed. Onita doesn't look mad, he just looks annoyed. And Bully Ray is in the ring now. Onita, I believe, is gonna be grabbing the guitar. Or maybe he's not. Let's see. Oh, dear Lord. With the red mist into the face, into the eyes of Bully Ray. And Bully Ray is screaming in pain, screaming in agony. He's been blinded by the mist. And Onita is playing some guitar, playing some music for the fans. Look at that. So nice, so nice. Not only is he wrestling, but he's putting on a musical for the fans. Isn't that nice? Isn't that very considerate? Really giving the fans their money's worth for the show. Playing the guitar around, walking around the ring as he goes to, I believe, hit the big one. Is he going to be able to do it? And he does. Oh, whoa. Wait a second. Bully Ray grabs the guitar and smashes it. Oh, dear. Are you kidding me right now? This is crazy. Bully Ray smashes the guitar right into the damn head of Onita. And the guitar, it literally blows up into pieces. Bully Ray is in the corner now. Onita is trying to make his way out of the ring, but Bully Ray not letting him, with the big elbow strike to the chest of Onita as we speak now. Bully Ray had been on the receiving end of a lot of offense so far. Now is his time to turn it around, and he is having fun. Look at that. And Bobby says, AJ, I have a dream match on my mind. Alex Garcia, showing of Impact Wrestling Multiverse on April 1st, and accept Deonna Purrazzo. Alex Garcia, yeah, she is definitely one of a very noteworthy wrestlers out there, right? She is good. Also, is potentially going to be appearing on the show in the future. We're in talks right now, so she could be appearing. So Alex Garcia, really good lady. Andy says, Terry Funk versus Onita was insane back in the 90s. I gotta check on that, right? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? A barbed wire baseball bat and a steel chair? Oh my gosh. And Bully Ray has a steel chair, and Onita lets go of the barbed wire. Oh, Bully Ray throws the steel chair onto Onita. Onita grabs it, and now a kick to the steel chair. Onita takes it face first. Onita is in trouble because now he has no weapons and his possession, but Bully Ray, oh dear. This is the end of the heritage and the dynasty of Onita. This is the end of his family line, because I don't know if he has kids, but if he does not, we're not gonna be seeing any successors to Onita because wow, with that barbed wire against his crotch, that is brutal, and this has to be it for him. And then Onita now finally has the barbed wire bat in his possession, and he's literally rubbing it and he's grinding it against the head of Bully Ray. I cannot watch it. Oh dear, this is tough to watch. This is really tough to watch. And Truth says, Matt Striker is doing commentary for official celebrity boxing. Matt Striker out there, that's nice. Heart Legacy All Wrestling also having a show. They are. And I was wanting to do that one as well, but, had to pick one. And these guys have got, big names here, and they actually put on a good show. I'm glad I'm watching this one, but I also wanted to watch the Heart one. There's so much wrestling at the same damn night. It's so tough to keep up, but it's a great time to be a wrestling fan indeed. And Onita grabs the barbed wire baseball bat and the little staircase. I mean, why do we even have that stair? Oh dear. Why do we even have those steel steps there? Because look at that staircase, by the way. That's not gonna do anything. I mean, that ladder is so small. It's probably only fit for Hornswoggle. Are you kidding me? Showing off the sponsors really nice right there in all their glory. And Bully Ray holds a sponsor sign up there, Sportskida, and slams it down hard on oh my gosh. And there he was going for a big one, was about to jump right there on this body, lying on the ladder, but he gets out of the way, and Bully Ray goes chest first into the ladder, the damn ladder. My gosh, what the hell is going on here? This is crazy. This is insane. And Onita gets his head between that ladder and is now hitting him right in the head. Bully Ray is down. I think he's out of it. It's light out for Bully Ray. I think Onita, if he wants to cover him right now, this match could very well be over. But it looks like Onita has some other plans. He still wants to put more pain. He wants to put Bully Ray through some more pain as we speak. And Onita gets Bully Ray up. The poor guy is bleeding. His head is bleeding. But Onita is not dazed. He doesn't care about that. And he gets Bully Ray into the corner. Bully Ray grabs Onita by the throat. And, wow, there you go. Slams him down hard. Onita goes headfirst into the lower turnbuckle. Onita's lights have to be out. And Bully Ray grabs Onita's very own weapon with those DX chops. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. The weapon down hard on the crotch of Onita right there. That's gotta be heard. This has gotta be heard. And Bobby says, AJ, maybe we will see Sarah Logan show up at Impact Wrestling. And Bobby, we've been asking for it for the longest time. Would love it. And I'm gonna pop hard if she does. And he says, I remember when New Jack was still alive. He threw a bowling ball right to Bully Ray's crotch and then ripped his forehead with a cheese grinder. That's crazy. And New Jack, ECW legend right there. Poor guy. It was sad to see him go. I know he had also some tough time with his son and the kind of lifestyle that his son has. Right? I mean, it's his decision at the end of the day. And if he's happy in his life, of course, we live in a new age which New Jack failed to understand, and he had some tensions with his son. And I was actually reached out by his son, and I did put out some news out there, and about New Jack, and it was not good. It was a clash between New Jack and his son in real life, and that's not good to see. It was sad. I hope that he was on good terms with his son in the final days of his life, because a legend in all senses in the ring. And it was sad, when I was approached by his son to do the news story. Yeah, I did the news story, but I was not happy because nobody wants a clash between the father and their children. Nobody wants to see that. But R.I.P. New Jack. Yeah, we think of you and we miss you. And Chris says, Ryback said that when he was growing up, Triple H was the biggest disappointment in wrestling. Yeah, Ryback being Ryback. Yeah, he's an online troll. I used to take Ryback seriously, and I still did till the very end. But when PJ Black, his very friend PJ Black, said that Ryback is an online troll, I was like, you know what? If his friend is saying it, it probably has to be true. And look at that. Bully Ray gets that table covered in barbed wire in position. Is he going to be lighting it up on fire too? Because it seems like that is what he's planning to do. But anyways, he gets the barbed wire table in position, and he has his eyes on Onita right now. What is he going to go for now? Let's see. But Bully Ray gets Onita up. Onita, wow, oh my gosh. If he's doing what I'm thinking he's doing, it's gonna be crazy. I think Bully Ray, wait a second, what the hell? Again, so many interferences in the show tonight. So many interferences. We just saw Bully Ray potentially putting Onita through that barbed wire table. And Super Leather. Remember that leather guy, leather man from early on? He's back. And he is back to help out Onita. And turn the tables around, no pun intended. And Onita is in control now thanks to the help from Super Leather. And wow, what the hell? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is going right down. This is going down right now. Are you kidding me? Jason, I see your comment now. Well, Big Pop, Sandman. Sandman is here. Are you kidding me right now? You gotta be kidding me. Sandman is here. What the hell? What the hell, Sam? What is he doing out here? Wow. With that kendo stick in hand. Vintage Sandman. Love that. Love that. Oh, that brought a big smile to my face. Pogo the Clown, that's right. Insane matches, Pogo the Clown, the name out there definitely. And with the help of Sandman, Bully Ray is once again in control of this damn match. Onita is down, Bully Ray is down. You know, the leather guy, Super Leather is down. Sandman is dazed as he's ringside. Wow, what an appearance by a Sandman. What a surprise that was. It was good to see him. It's been a while since I've seen this guy, so it's definitely nice to see him. What the hell? Lights go out? What? Wait a minute, what is happening here? Why did the lights go out? What? What gets better, Jason? The lights are out, what is happening? Help me out. Jim Fullington shows up. Andy, you kidding me right now? You kidding me? Oh my god! Look at that! Sabu shows up out of nowhere! This is crazy! What the hell? Is there... I can't see the stream. Is this a death match? Apparently. It is, yes. All the weapons are in place. It has been crazy. Barbed wire baseball bat, barbed wire table, you know, guitar, everything. Red mist. Bully Ray gets a red mist on Onita. Thanks to the distraction from Sandman, Onita has been put through the barbed wire table like that. 1, 2, and 3, guys. Bully Ray picks up the big pinfall over Onita. Bully Ray goes over just like that, and he didn't do it himself. He got some help from his WWE friends, from his ECW friends, from Sabu, from Sandman, because Onita definitely had everything going. This guy, he was a scary looking dude. He brought his A game from the very beginning. Wait a second. What the hell? Crazy. Crazy. Wow. This has been a crazy match. Crazy. And the match is over. And, you know, everybody's still in the ring. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's down. Sabu goes back. Wow, look at that. What a crazy match, guys. What a crazy match indeed. What a match. And there you go. Bully Ray won. That's right. Andy not looking too happy. Bobby with an invincible score of 4-0. Beautiful stuff. And you know what? We were wrong. 45% of you were right, but 55% of you were wrong when you said that Onita was gonna win because Bully Ray picked us the win, and he doesn't do it alone. He does it with the help of Sabu and Sandman. What a classic match. Loved it. What do you mean it's not over, Jason? It's over, isn't it? Is that a show of respect between Bully and Onita? Or maybe not. They're still head-butting head to head right now as they get up to their feet. What the hell is going on here? Oh! Onita with a little slap to the face of Bully Ray. Another one. Bully Ray slaps back Onita. Onita grabs him by the throat. Wait a second, what the hell is he doing here? He got a hold of Bully, shoves him to the ropes. Bully Ray is. I thought what Bully Ray was gonna do was show some respect to Onita. Crazy. Crazy. Andy for a 3 for 1. Ricky with the 4 for 0. Beautiful stuff. Chris says this match was great until Sandman and Sabu showed up. That took a lot away. It did take a lot away from it. This match could have been even crazier, but I guess they didn't want it to be very, very crazy, and that's why they had Sandman and Sabu show up to compensate. But it was good, you know. I mean, I went back on the nostalgia train. It was good. It was sweet. I had a lot of fun watching it. I must say, you know, thank you once again, guys, for tuning in because this was fun. Okay, whatever that meant. So Sabu went to the back, but he comes back down, and he's now standing in the ring watching on. I'm confused. It's confusing. 4 for 0 with Ricky, invincible. Love that. Chris, 2 and 2. Love it, brother. Great stuff. Jason. It was crazy, man. Indeed, it was crazy. And Sabu is getting back in the ring. Why is he getting back here? What is left of here? Whenever you see Sandman Sabu, is soon to follow. That's right, absolutely. They're like brothers. They're like brothers. You're right.
Sabu showing his loyalty. Sabu had an extensive FMW run, but his bloodline is Philly. You are hardcore icons. You are like God in death matches. That is Sabu. Sabu built the ECW arena.
Bully Ray says, you might be the god of death matches, but Sabu is the one who built the ECW arena. He is Sabu. An ECW chants echoing across the stadium right now. Ricky says, no thank you, Agent. No thank you, Ricky. You're awesome. There you go, there you go, ECW. That's right, that's right. And Ricky, no watch-alongs tomorrow, but tomorrow we're going to be having the Authors of Pain. The Authors of Pain are coming on this very channel. They're going to be sitting down with me for an exclusive interview. Very exclusive because they barely do interviews, barely do. And they're going to be breaking their silence tomorrow right here on this channel as they join us for a very hot interview. So make sure to tune in. It's going to be happening tomorrow. And also, a few hours after the interview, I'm going to be having the gaming stream. I'm going to be playing out some Spider-Man, talking some wrestling with you all while playing the game. So make sure to be there because we're going to be having some fun tomorrow. Go home Raw to WrestleMania is going to be great as well. We're in for a great week ahead. I can't wait for it. Get some rest tomorrow, guys. Chill out. You know, have some fun. Because tomorrow is the last day. You're gonna get some rest before WrestleMania. Because WrestleMania ahead, full speed ahead. Tomorrow's the only day you get some rest. Tomorrow, make sure to get some rest, get some sleep, relax, and watch the interview with Authors of Pain. And of course, you know, the gaming stream that's gonna be making its debut tomorrow with Spider-Man. And Andy says, no, Sabu didn't build ECW. Terry Funk built it. That's right. That's right. Iwabi says, AJ, I think Impact Wrestling should bring in Angelina Love. Absolutely. You know, we've spoken about this before. Angelina Love and Mandy Leon would be just so good for the division. Yes, Chris, they are setting up Onita versus Sabu. And, you know, hopefully that match doesn't have any interferences as well, because this match could have been a lot better without those interferences. And hopefully the match that we get between Sabu and Onita would be, you know, just a one-on-one, classic one-on-one death match. That'd be nice to see. Let's see if it actually happens. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing it on August 6th, because that is when this company gets back to Philly. Sweet stuff, guys. Sweet stuff. This was a sweet show. Had a lot of fun. I mean, these wrestlers really put it out there. Yes, it was not as crazy of a main event as GCW does it, like the one that we saw it with Nick Gage, the last show. That was insane. But this was pretty sweet. I think I had a lot of fun, especially with all of you. As I said all the time, you guys make these watch-alongs so much better, and you guys are my co-hosts, so there would be no watch-along, there'd be no show without you. Thank you so much once again to every single one of you. You guys are family, and I truly mean it. And Bobby says AJ Vita wants our Gia Scott tag team today. Beautiful. Check it out, brother. I will check it out. Ricky says it's going to be a long week. Start on Monday at Raw and tomorrow. Make sure, guys, to tune in to Authors of Pain because it's going to be a big interview. Andy, good night, brother. See you Monday. Let's see you tomorrow for Authors of Pain interview. I want to see Gage versus Sabu versus Onita. Would be a dream match, brother. Absolute dream match. And to close the show, we get Bully Ray and Sabu celebrating in the ring. Look at that. Two beautiful, good friends. Bully Ray covered in blood, but still happy, still cheerful, still enjoying this. Sabu having his movement. Bully Ray steps away from the ring to let Sabu, eat it all in and have his little movement with the fans. The fans are happy. They're popping hard for the ECW legend right there. How old is Bully Ray? That's a great question, actually. I know Sabu is pretty old too, but Bully Ray, I think he must be in his 50, 53, 54, I guess. Bully Ray, let's see. Bully Ray is... as I can see here, Bully Ray is 50 years old, so I was right on point. 50 years old. And how old is Sabu? Let's see. Sabu is 57 years old. Yes, to be able to do what they do at this age, it's incredible. And Bully doesn't even move like he's 50. He doesn't wrestle like he's 50. He wrestles like he's in his 30s. So that's beautiful. How do you like this event better than GCW? Chris, I loved it. And I had a lot of fun. So once again, thank you so much for recommending this event to me to do it. And as we decided, we're going to be doing a lot of the independent shows moving forward because I love the independent circuit and I know you guys as well. So if our family loves it, we're going to be doing all the events that the family wants to see. And as I say, I learned a lot from you guys and I learned this show from you and I had a lot of fun doing it. And once again, Eve Wright, Girls of Wrestling, they showed up and they also invited us to do their watch along and, watch their show on April 23rd. We're going to be watching it, checking it out together, and let's see how that show goes. I'm pretty sure it's going to be great. And we will be doing that, but before that, WrestleMania week's coming up. Tomorrow, Authors of Pain are going to be joining us on the Wrassing show for an exclusive interview. And of course, we're going to be having the gaming stream making its debut and round the clock breaking wrestling news. So make sure to stay tuned, turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on anything. I would once again like to say a very good night to all of you. Now before you leave, get the ratings in. Let me know how you rate the show, how you enjoyed the show. Let's see, are we on the same page? Because I had a lot of fun and I have a lot of respect for the independent circuit. The way this show was produced and how everything they did it was beautiful. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for sure because they really brought their A game. Look at the ring right now. It's broken. It's beaten down, but it's lovely. And they did a good job at doing the show. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I'm just going to take 1 point away for the very lengthy intermission. But apart from that, had a lot of fun. And you guys are awesome. Once again, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Good night, Ricky. Good night, everybody. Andy, Jason, Chris, all my brothers out here. You guys are amazing. Bobby, True, everybody. You guys are incredible. Chris, Eve, Right Girls of Wrestling, Surf Wrestling, all of you. You guys have a lovely night. Have a good night. And I can see the ratings here flowing in. Bobby says I would like to see Deanna Tegan Knox. Would love that. And 9 out of 10. 1 point for the deduction for ending. Says Chris. Love that. Bobby gives it a 10 out of 10. Ricky a 10 out of 10. And Andy a 9 out of 10. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Have a great night. Have a great night. Have a good Sunday. And I'll see you tomorrow with the Authors of Pain. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thanks, Ricky. Thanks, Jason. Everybody, you guys are the best. I'm going to be seeing you